sure that my mic is coming in to YouTube, and it is. Okay, and it might be too loud. Okay. I'm going to try to do something different. You know, I don't know. I don't think you guys can see it. Oh, wait. So YouTube can see TikTok chat. TikTok can't see YouTube chat. So what I'm going to try to do is if somebody asks me a question in YouTube and I'm going to answer it, I'll try to pull it up. And so that way you guys can see too. And I'll put it here on, wait, can I do that? Maybe I can do that. I'm sorry, guys. I know like there are people that are definitely asking questions. And I'm sorry if I'm not responding. I guess I should have really took the time to do like maybe I'll just do that later. I'll just, for now, you know, if anybody's trying to see the YouTube chat and the TikTok chat, I'm sorry, you'll just have to hear me speak on what somebody's question might be. And then how come I don't see YouTube chat? Give me 1 second. And then, you know, I'll answer it and you can oh my God, what is happening? Sorry. This was such a mistake. You'll just have to take me for my word that I'm responding to somebody's question. You can find me on YouTube under the same name. I'm sorry, Vegan Knowledge. Yeah, if you go to my TikTok, there should be, on my profile, there should be a link there already, and that will take you to my YouTube account. It's you know, I haven't really uploaded content as of late, but I'm trying to, you know, integrate the two accounts so people can, you know, I can interact with both people. So let me look at my thing. Close this. Hello, yay, it's working. Cool. Hey, Martin. I know I've interacted with you in the past and you've been wanting to check out my lives. Martin, can you hear me? Can you hear me on YouTube? Or Lydia, I think you're there. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can. So, yes, okay. Got you here, Vegan Knowledge. Hey! Thanks for following me on YouTube. I appreciate that. Can you hear me? Vegan Knowledge? Tell me. Well, I don't know. Can you hear me on YouTube? Yes, you can? Awesome. Dope. Okay. So let me kind of set the tables. Set the table? For the people that are on YouTube, because Martin, I know you've interacted with some of my videos in the past. So what I've been doing lately is I've been on TikTok for the past week, and what I'm doing is just doing like a AMA and Ask Me Anything. So unfortunately, yeah, there's a lot of people on TikTok that troll, but I'm just here answering people's genuine questions about veganism. So I'm glad you could be here, Martin. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you being here for the live. So yeah, I'm just gonna run through people's questions on TikToks and stuff, and yeah, and just kind of give my perspective, or maybe just an overall vegan's perspective. He said the name of the movie in the movie. I have to teach you how to do it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out. I would love to have both YouTube and TikTok chat on this page here, so that way everybody can see it, like TikTok as well. But I'm still trying to figure that out. I will definitely do that later today. I'll spend some time figuring it out. Okay. Do you think it would be tough to interact with both chats? No, if I can get it on one screen, it's not too bad. I mean, I'm not like super popular. I don't have like a bajillion people typing at once. And I think I'll have to like start implementing like bannable words or emotes. Not bannable, but I guess mutable. That way it'll filter out the me spamming emojis and stuff. But we'll see. Martin, you only use YouTube? Yeah, I know. I figured because, you know, not everybody uses both platforms. So I want to make sure that I'm at least getting out to as much people as I can. So yeah, so I'm trying to do the live to, you know, do both. So I think YouTube. Oh, okay. YouTube is a little bit delayed. I forgot about that. That's why it's taking a while for some people to respond. Yeah, I forgot, Lydia. I need to figure that out because I'm pretty sure I could turn that off, but maybe not. But Martin, yeah. So I know you only use YouTube, and there are people that only use YouTube. So hopefully this will have a space for them as well to kind of hear some of the things that a vegan might have to respond with, or like questions that non-vegans might have for a vegan. And hi, I'm gonna get it right. Ready? Aisha. Thanks for coming. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, right? Aisha, Aisha. Yeah. See, like stuff like this is that's the unfortunate thing. I don't know. I don't know if I just report them, but I'm not. I have to figure out how to just I don't know exclude words like that because I don't want that to kind of ruin I don't know people's vibe and stuff. All right, let me see if I can answer somebody's questions. Let me see. Let's see. I was eating some beef yesterday. That tasted thumbs up. Stick that thumbs up. You know what I'm saying. You should think about the animals and what maybe put yourself in their position. Am I Haitian or I don't know what? Cause the cat. I think you're. I don't know if that's a response to the allegations about Haitians and cats in Ohio, and if that is, that's fucked up. You're not eating meat. You not eating meat. Sorry, isn't helping any of the animals that already unalived. I mean, I don't think you understand how supply and demand works. If you have that mentality towards everything in life, you're not gonna make any changes with anything. You should definitely consider the fact that your dollar and your where your money goes actually has an impact on things. Aisha, you still haven't told me if I got your name right. Please, I want to be the first one. No, Larry. So if you took your daily vitamins today, you might be able to read what's on the screen. Not accepting guests. So I guess I could figure out how to just turn this off completely so people don't even bother. I don't know how to turn that off. Settings, change layout. Da, da, da. You're at the hospital, so your Wi-Fi is terrible. Keeps cutting out. Ah, that sucks. I hope you're okay, or whoever you know. Allow requests from followers only. Allow requests from viewers. I guess I'll change it to follower only for now, just to at least limit the amount of requests. Okay. So aren't plants living things too, just like animals? So if I had a pig standing right in front of you and a carrot right in front of you, and I gave you a knife and I said you had to cut one of them, which one would you cut? Which one would you be okay with cutting? They're not the same. You're talking about just things being alive. Yes, a plant is alive. A lot of things on this planet are alive, but it's about being sentient. It's about experiencing the world around them. It's about experiencing pain and suffering. You know, you already unalived the carrot. You can't be serious. Okay, what if instead of a carrot on a plate, there was a carrot in the ground, in the dirt, and I said, okay, you either have to pull that carrot up from the dirt or take this knife and use it on said pig. Like, okay, does that hypothetical fit better? Vegetables can scream. No, I mean, there have been studies that shown that they have like a sense of like communication, but it's not like in the way that you think. It's not like they're like, oh my God, I'm getting cut. Please, everybody run away. No, it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, you should take a second and think about that. Chili cheese fries are awesome. Wait, I've seen this person before. Is this a stream we talk about recipes? Because I can make... Yeah, it is. We talk about vegan recipes if you want to talk about that. I had vegan chili cheese fries at Vegandale. It's like one of the bigger or biggest, if not the biggest, vegan food festival in the Northeast area. And that shit was real good. Shit was real good. If you have that much animal products that you eat on the daily, I feel bad for your butthole. I really do. Who did you see? Now you changed your name to That Cheeky Vegan. And now I don't know what to call you. Bacon wrapped scallops are really good. Lion's mane mushroom. Yeah, they're pretty rare. At the store, unless you go to like the Asian food market or something. But I've been wanting to try a lion's mane mushroom steak, and so I bought one from what is it called, H Mart, and me and my partner had it, and she was like, "Holy shit, that's really good." It's just a little bit expensive. But I'm assuming that will change. Once we have more farms growing more mushrooms, that's gonna drop down in price significantly. Because oyster mushrooms, when people started like frying them and turning them into like chicken alternatives or meat alternatives, they weren't at like some of the local grocery stores, and now that's changing. Now there's like definitely more grocery stores holding or carrying oyster mushrooms. Do you ever get meat cravings? No. You have to think that like even if we like use that as an example about having a craving, it's never really the base of whatever you're eating that you're craving. It's the flavor, it's the texture, right? And what do you flavor in the meat that you eat with? You don't flavor it with more animal flesh, right? You flavor it with plants. You flavor it with spices, right? So if you had the ability, official Black Taki, if you had the ability to take those same spices and put it onto an object that has this, if not more protein content, but definitely more protein content, like seitan, right? And it had the same texture, but didn't involve exploiting an animal, why wouldn't you eat that instead? It's really that simple. Why do you eat the animal's food? They won't have anything to eat. Oh, fuck. Listen, if me eating all the plants stopped giving food to animals, well, no, I think that would still be fucked up. I was going to say good, because then the farmers would be like, hey, we don't have enough food to feed the cows, so we should stop purposefully artificially inseminating them, and maybe that would convince them to reduce and stop artificially inseminating them. But yeah, no, you have to, if you're gonna account for the plants that I eat, you have to account for not only the plants that you eat, but you also need to account for all the plants that the cow eats that you ate, right? And if we're just being logical, I can look at a cow and look at a human, and I think we can all agree that a cow eats more than a human, right? By far. Do you want to know what my favorite vegetable is? My favorite vegetable is crayon. Don't do that. That cannot be good for you. If your favorite vegetable is crayon, what color is your poop? What color would your poop be? I guess that's a thoughtful question for you. Opposing the objectification of animal bodies is basic decency. It's our minimum duty as humans. I like you. Welcome to the live. Exactly. More humans than there are cows? I don't think, note, it's fine. Like, the point of this conversation, like these conversations, are definitely to get people educated on some things. And note, you're on TikTok, right? So you have access to internet, right? So I want you to just Google how many humans on Earth, right? And then Google how many animals in animal agriculture. With just that alone, you'll be surprised. You should look that up, honestly. Because what you said about there being more humans than cows is just flat out wrong. Yeah, what's the number of cows to humans? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Hey, Vegan Lips. It was good having conversations with you in Cheeky Vegans live the other day. Not the other day, this morning. So I appreciate you coming to check out my live and just hang out. And, YouTube chat is non-existent, but it's fine. At least if somebody pops in, I know that the lives are not pushed as much as they are on god damn it, on TikTok. So yeah, but if it's there, at least it's there and somebody might stumble on it. So one human for 9 cows. Yeah. Yeah, so then the number is right? So it's the 70. I think it went up now. I think it's definitely around the 80s to 90s now when it comes to cows to humans. Excuse me. Is it wrong? Yes, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let me just check, because I'm getting confused now with the overall total. Oops, I muted my mic. With the overall total versus the actual numbers. I got it pulled up. For context, in the United States alone, note if you're still in here, in the United States alone, there are approximately 87.1 million cattle. So no, but we're talking about like the overall animals in animal agriculture is much larger than this was US alone. I think it's 1.5 billion on the planet. So yeah, but if we're talking about animal agriculture as a whole, we have to account for all the animals in animal agriculture and all the plants that they're eating, right? We're not just talking about only cows. We're talking about all of animal agriculture, all the plants and soy and corn that's fed to chickens, turkeys, ducks. I don't know about minxes and stuff like that, but cows, pigs, chickens, turkeys, ducks, anything, fish, like anything you eat. Don't they feed fish like byproducts from like I'm pretty sure they feed fish other byproducts, like meat byproducts or scraps, I guess. Vegan meal suggestions? Noel, just eat the same things that you've grown up eating, but just make small adjustments, right? If you're used to having spaghetti and meatballs, just get the vegan meatballs. Like for, I don't know, I'm not sure if you're like a beginner or you're just turned vegan or maybe you need some help. You should just start small. It's definitely hard to just completely turn a new leaf. You can just start with small changes, and then maybe, if you've had a little bit more experience under your belt and you want to dive into maybe making some of your own meat alternatives, then you can start doing things like, I don't know, buying soy curls and turning them into like vegan tacos or ground meat, or making your own like lentil meatballs at home. Like that's definitely going to be the cheaper route. Like that's like the best, most cost-effective way. But I'm pretty sure even if you just buy all the meat alternatives at the grocery store, I mean, unless you're just going fucking crazy. Can I curse? I can say the F word, right? Unless you're going crazy on all these mock meats and you're just only eating that, it could be expensive, but it's overall the general grocery shopping list. I think they say it's about 30% cheaper. I can swear good because I have a potty mouth. Though I know a lot of people don't really like it. I have a potty mouth. Yeah, thanks, Martin. I appreciate you. Sorry if I missed your comment on YouTube. I'm still getting used to looking at both of my screens. But yeah, it's just, I just want to have sensible, meaningful conversations with, people. And sometimes people come into TikTok with pretty naive questions, or they're just ill-informed or just lacking some education, which is not a diss. It's just, they just need to be educated a little bit more. So yeah, I just like to interact with them genuinely. And sometimes I do get some comments that are pretty stupid and they start saying meat, and I might get a little bit feisty. But no, for the most part, yeah, I just want to have sensible conversations with people, because it's not their fault. They, most people have are naive and ignorant to some of the facts because of what they've been taught, right? By their parents, by social pressure, by school, by society. So, yeah. So if they can come in here and just have a genuine conversation or ask me a genuine question, I'm more than happy to answer it. But yeah, it is so easy to be vegan. Martin on YouTube says, it's so easy to be vegan. Just think of the atrocities that animals have to endure, adjust one mindset towards compassion and to be vegan. See, 100%. Yeah, it really is. It really is that easy. Extend the emotions, whether you have cats, dogs, whatever. Extend those feelings and love that you have for those animals to other animals that you eat, because they most certainly can give you the same love, can act the same way around you, can do all the little quirks that your, cat or dog has. These animals can definitely exhibit the same, if not some more in their own way, right? Like, aren't turkeys like huge cuddlers? Hold on. Let me start to see. I always cook with lard. It's better than any nut oil. I think she was right. So I am gonna have to. I'll mute you for this live until you come back with something. I don't know. You can come back with something that's gonna actually contribute to some sort of dialogue. But if you're so used to putting lard rather than any nut oil on your food, I would say that you should probably just get used to putting some nuts in your mouth, and just keep your mouth shut. Because I don't know, you're just being negative. You need a hug or something. You need a friend. Hit me up. We can play like video games together or something. I don't know. Hold on. Let me curiosity note. I'm sorry. No, I might have missed your question because I was looking at YouTube. But if you had a question and I missed it, you can definitely ask. Sorry if I missed your question. Eggs are exploitation. Yeah, 100%. Exactly, Aisha. Salem says there are all kinds of veganism. It's taught in culinary. No, I think what you're referring to, Salem, is plant-based. You're talking about dietary restrictions. I doubt that at culinary school maybe they talk about like the connection of plant-based to veganism, and maybe they talk about being precautious because of the morality behind that vegans uphold. Is, I think you're mixing up the dietary part which is plant-based with veganism. So there's not all kinds of veganism. There's only one kind of veganism. Granted, there's some very small nuances that some vegans might agree with or disagree with on other people, but the overall message is still the same. Look it up on Google. Tell me, what am I supposed to look up on Google? Veganism is about being against the oppression. Yep. I mean, look at what I's just saying. That's vegan. Well, I'm pretty sure that's illegal, Green Penguin, so I'm going to have to mute you and report you. So I'm pretty sure that what you said is illegal. How do I guess I can't report you. Nothing there seems like something that I can substitute for SA, because that's just weird. Don't you think they don't understand what's happening, so it's all right? I mean, do you really think that, Lawrence? Just because the animals don't know what's happening? I mean, I don't think that that's to be true, right? Especially when we look at what happens in animal agriculture. If you've seen the footage, they're definitely aware of what's happening to the other animals around them. They know what's coming. You can tell just by the way that they act when they're being sent to slaughter. It doesn't make it okay. And even if they didn't know, you don't need to do it. Even if the pig was asleep and had no idea of what was going on in their like around them at all, like why would it matter? That's just a way for you to cope with the fact that you feel a certain way about it, and you're trying to use it as a justification for why you do it. That's the way that I see it. Like when we talk about like halal meat and stuff like that, and following certain practices to somehow not scare the animal, like, why do you take those steps? It seems like there's something there, whether it be a minute feeling within you that is like, this is wrong, we probably shouldn't do it, but let me blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, just don't do it at all. You don't have to. There are animals that have low IQ, so they don't understand. I don't know, man. You can say that about anything. That sounds, I don't know. That sounds pretty terrible. If you think that like somebody's IQ is a justification for eating them, doesn't matter what their IQ is. Can I ask? I guess I'd ask Lawrence, what animals do you eat? Yeah, Martin, it's definitely a mindset that you just have to connect. And I think that's the thing about people is they're so hyper focused on the diet part of veganism. And it's not their fault, you know, it's a culmination of a lot of things. It's a culmination of news media, other influencers. There's so many vegan ads that I see that they start saying some shit that sounds not vegan at all. And it just it paints us in such a negative light, which sucks. But yeah, you eat all meats. Then why are you in here talking about IQ? You eat all the animals that are suffering for you to eat them, and you're in here talking about, oh, some have low IQ. It just sounds like you don't give a shit at all. If I'm being honest, you know. If you're in here because you're trying to have a genuine conversation and you feel like IQ is some sort of, I don't know, unit of measurement for you to justify if you should or shouldn't eat an animal, what animals do you not eat? Is probably my next question. It would be better if everyone were vegan. Yeah. What the hell? Then why'd you come in here talking about comparing a carrot to a pig? There's no justification for not being vegan. Yeah, Martin, I agree with you. I think, like, listen, people will be in this live and they'll say that sounds crazy. That you're saying I'm a bad person because of this. Like, it's not your fault. But the thing is that, like, if people are saying that about you, if people are calling you a bad person or saying that there's no justification for eating meat, then maybe you should at least do the animals that you eat the decency of looking at what happens to them, watching the footage of what happens to them in animal agriculture, and see if you can still stomach that. You know, put yourself in their position. Watch these documentaries and put yourself in their position and tell me that you're still okay with it. If that was you, you wouldn't want to be where they are, right? This burger is good. Is it a vegan burger? I had a vegan burger from this place called Brick City Vegan. Shit is so good. Actually, there was this place in Queens, New York, a Jamaican, like, what is it called? Like a kitchen. What is it called? I can't remember what they're called. But you know, where you go in and it's just like mom and pop owned, and they have like they have all the cafeteria type style set up. Anyways, it was a Jamaican vegan place called Vegan Castle 2. I don't know why it was called 2, like it was the sequel. But that shit was really good. They had a vegan jerk chicken burger, and that shit was so fucking good. Next time I go to Queens, I would definitely love to revisit that place. Look, people on YouTube are connecting. Nika and Martin. I'm glad that you guys are having a conversation on YouTube. And Martin, again, thank you for you know, being a part of the live and the conversation. I know that right now it's kind of hard to see the chat from both, but I'm going to work on that later today and try to see if I can get something going so, you know, everybody can see everybody's comments. I wasn't comparing them. I was curious about the level of life a plant has. I just don't know if I'm saying things right. The level of life, I don't know. Like, I feel like when we start to do things in like levels and measurements, it's like you're developing a system that says some things are better than other things. You know, obviously animals don't have to have the same rights as us, but at least more rights than a sandwich. It should be like a level, but when it comes to food, all animal life should be above food. Period. If you want to talk about like levels. What's up? Where's your empathy? empathy. I can't talk today. I'm hungry and I have to pee. I'm not gonna lie. So I might have to take a quick minute here to go to the bathroom. I was like, let me drink a bunch of water, so I don't have to drink water during the live. And yeah, I got to use the bathroom. I appreciate that, Martin. Like, I really do. I know I haven't uploaded that much on YouTube, but I've just kind of been dealing with just work being busy and at the same time trying to figure out what I want to do, what kind of activism I want to do. And for so far, as far as like reach and engagement, the TikTok lives that I've been doing for the past about 3 or 4 days have really been helping. I've had a bunch of people come in here. They'll ask a naive question, and then sometimes I convince them to stay, and I can see the change in their demeanor. They come in trolling, and then they start genuinely asking me questions, and then it'll end on just like positive vibes, you know. They'll say bye, thank you for the live. They'll follow me, and some people, I think I've had 3 people so far message me about that they want to go vegan and they really enjoy my lives, and they've been thinking about it. So yeah, I think this so far has been working for me. So yeah. Okay, let me see. Wait, where did Note go? Note boop, saying things right. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm glad you came in here, and it seems like you're asking genuine questions, and it seems like you're on, it's something that you're thinking about. So you should at least watch some of the documentaries about veganism, which I'll do a little quick thing here. I still need to work on some of my slides and images, but yeah, I need to put some of the documentaries up on here. So if you're curious, Note, let me know, and I'll put the list of a couple documentaries up on the screen, and you can check them out. No, yeah, I know. I get it, no. Like, people are usually curious, and as long as it's something that you maybe come to an understanding, and like I said, if it's something you partake in and you're curious about it, then you should really think about it. You should really think about it. You should maybe watch a couple documentaries, and if you're curious, that might answer your curiosities. I would think. Yeah. So, is it healthy to only eat vegan stuff? I mean, I think your misconception is that like vegan stuff is only like highly processed foods, but like potatoes, potato chips, rice, beans, legumes, and that might sound like a couple. I just listed a couple foods that you've never heard of in your life, but you can still have, if you're thinking about like the plate of your food. I still eat the same things you eat. I eat pasta, I eat lasagna, I eat pizza, burgers, I eat ramen noodles, I eat oatmeal. What did I have the other day? I got Chinese food from this vegan Chinese restaurant by my house, which was orange chicken and samosas and curry. Like, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? You just got to make the connection and understanding that you can eat the same things, but not include the animal exploitation, whether it's buying vegan food or buying animal products to put in your food, but also understand that that can extend to every aspect of your life. You can buy, if there's 2 jackets and they're exactly the same, but one's made from animal hide and one's made from recycled plastic, just why not buy the recycled plastic one? You can extend that to every other aspect of your life. That vegan lo-fi. Yeah, I feel like the music for some reason helps. It really does. And it's funny because I don't listen to lo-fi at home, but I know it's like good calming music that mostly anybody can tolerate. So yeah, so I just kind of I put it on. I'm mostly big into like R&B music, but let me just use the restroom real quick. So I'll be right back. Okay. All right. I'm back. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. Okay. Finally, people who get Mr. I'm making dirt. What? I think I missed something. It's a vegan, so doubtful. Maybe if he was a carnivore diet. Who? What did I miss? What did I miss? That was fast? What? I did my thing. I washed my hands. I dried my hands. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's like that's like a weird thing that I like men do is like judge how long somebody uses the restroom. I remember being like a little kid and like hearing like another adult next to me like peeing for like not 2 minutes straight, but you know what I mean, like a minute straight, and thinking like, holy shit, dude. I don't know why. I don't know if all the other males in the chat can relate to that, but it's 10 seconds. You know, I feel like you guys are lying. Maybe your perception of time is off. Because I was gonna share a story with you guys because it's funny. I have a little shed in my backyard, and so ever since I moved in, there's been a groundhog, which I've been here for about 3 years now. There's been a groundhog that lives under there, and you know my neighbors tell me all the time, "Oh, you should do catch and release, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Nah, man, like he's not. That's his little home. He comes out. He occasionally grazes on my grass and some of the what are the 3-leaf clovers or whatever they're called, clovers. They like that apparently, and he's not bothering anybody. So every time I use the bathroom, it's like the window right to my backyard. So while I'm using the restroom, I'm looking out the window, and you know we had a snowstorm come through here a couple days ago, and it was like perfect flat sheet of snow over the entire backyard. And I'm like, oh, you know, I guess the groundhog is either still hibernating or, you know, sometimes I'm like, man, I hope he's okay. And just, you know, this morning I went to use the restroom and I look out the window and you could see this clean sheet of snow and then just like little footprints from the groundhog. So I'm like, oh, I'm glad that he's all right. So sometimes, you know, a lot of times when I use the restroom, I'm like just staring out the window, looking to see if I see the groundhog and his little baby. All right. It was definitely more than 10 seconds. I know, right? No, these people. What is that? I don't know what that is. I think you're trying to hide a word with another word, and if so, yeah, don't do that. Let's not talk about that. Martin, you've been vegan for 7 years? Amazing. Nice, man. I've been vegan for about 6. So we're almost vegan birthday buddies. It's not nice. What's not nice? Did I use soap? Yeah, I used soap. Of course. You've been vegan 6 years this week. Nice. Half sight. You're the person that you rescued the 2 little piggies, right? Did I floss? Why do I need to floss? Is this a vegan live, or are you guys just interrogating my life, huh? What's going on? Did I say vegan forever 3 times? Yeah, I actually do that every time I go to the restroom. I say vegan forever. I spin around 3 times, and then I take a patch of. I have like a little bonsai tree. I take a bite out of that every time I leave the restroom too. Let's see. Let me see. Note was asking questions. Somebody Abdel. Oh well. I might be vegan, but I eat meat. Yeah, that's not very vegan. You love eating meat. Do you know what happens to the animals? Am I vegan for health reasons or animals? You can only really be vegan for the animals. I mean, people, I think the misconception is that a lot of people say they're going vegan for health reasons. A lot of people will say, "Oh, I'm gonna go vegan for a month to lose weight." That's not vegan. That's plant-based. Do I eat sausage? Not really. Like Bear Grylls was vegan for. Nah, he was. See, that's not vegan, Lawrence. That's plant-based. Unfortunately, that's the thing that comes with the territory of being vegans is that we have people that come into the space that don't fully understand it, and claim it, and then it makes veganism look bad, which it gives people the misconception that like you have right now. He was never vegan, just like what's the other Russell Brand. It's a shame because Russell Brand would say a lot of shit that resonated with the vegan philosophy, but I don't know. Some people just really fucking don't understand. So yeah, it sucks. But no, that's not vegan. Now, if you're asking me personally why I went vegan, I'll say at first, being naive, I thought I was going vegan to for my health, and then the more I learned that that's not what veganism is, I realized I was not vegan, and I was still somehow contributing to animal exploitation. No, so definition of veganism is I could pull it up. Let me just. I don't want to. I hate that I have to keyboard clacky clack. Okay, Lawrence, are you listening? I can give you the definition of veganism. It's a philosophy and way of living that seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of animal exploitation and cruelty. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just diet. Like diet is a part of it. It's a large part of it, but it's not just diet. So for Bear Grylls to say that he was vegan for health it's not vegan. That's plant-based. He should have said, I'm going to try doing plant-based. But he didn't because he doesn't understand. It's just the world we live in. And then that's just how it is. People don't understand. So I'm glad, Lawrence, that you're here because now you're understanding what veganism really is. And now you're understanding the definition and what it really means. Like everybody in the chat is saying. But I'll answer your question. You said, would you eat lab-grown meat that they make in Singapore if it wasn't illegal? I know that it's legal in some places. I think it's going to eventually be legal. But if you're asking me specifically if I would eat lab-grown meat, this is where vegans might diverge on their opinion on if they would eat it, because now you're just talking about personal preference. But in general, I'm for the support of lab-grown meat because to my understanding, maybe I'm wrong, to my understanding, they can use the same cells that they've already collected to continue to grow meat. So in essence, it would end the need for exploiting animals. I know that, and forgive me because I'm not fully versed on the whole lab-grown meat I guess not workflow, but production of it. The animal still needs to have its cells collected, so that's exploitation. But in essence, it would help eliminate the need to continue exploiting them. So yeah, but my thing is that I just don't like the idea of it, like consuming it, just because it's like, to me personally, it's weird eating the flesh of another animal. So I would not eat it. But there are vegans that would gladly eat it. So yeah. You like the art of animals? Thank you. A lot of people here usually complain about AI art. Or they'll just ask me if I'm a furry, which I'm not, and I don't have it. And if somebody is a furry, then It's really not your business anyway if they are. But I'm not, and I don't care if you are. You know, we should all be entitled to do and live our lives the way we want, as long as we're not harming anybody or anyone. That's what I mean, because since I know it's an ethical thing, that would mean no death. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Lawrence. You get it. Yeah, you get it. Do I like cats? I don't know. Like, I do like cats. We had a cat when I was little, and I loved it. Like we were like inseparable. It was funny because I used to, as a kid, I remember we had bunk beds, and the cat we had, he would always climb up on the bunk bed and then lay on my chest, and I would sleep with him on my chest. I think my mom ended up giving him away because she's allergic to cats. My only thing about cats, and this is that, like, sometimes you can't read them, you know, and I don't want to get scratched, you know. That's just me being stupid, you know. But I do like cats. I love cats. I love dogs. I love cats. I just don't. I don't. My partner wants to get a dog, and I'm telling, you know, obviously, sorry. Obviously, you know, it would be a rescue. Oh my God, sorry, be a rescue dog. But I just don't. I don't have the capacity to navigate that right now. You know, like take care of a rescue, and you know, if we travel or when I start going back to work, leaving the dog or cat at home all day, like I just don't want to do it. Oh my God, if there was an animal that was practically and had no idea what was going on, no. If there was a human that was I don't know, in a coma or was a vegetable, would it be okay to eat them? Exactly. Yeah, I think you said it maybe in the way that I'm thinking, but I know that's always not the case. And you know, maybe to some degree that's a little bit like I don't know if that's like I'm being judgmental, because not all cats are, right? But definitely sometimes it feels like their carnivorous instincts kick in, you know, and they're like they definitely own you and you don't own them, which, you know, we not owning any of them in any capacity. But yeah, I know, I think the way you said it, yeah, I get it 100% what you mean. Hold on, somebody said something. The answer is no to, oh, I think you were replying to somebody in the other guy's question. Oh, sorry. Let me look at YouTube. Martin, I'm sorry if I left you hanging. I don't know how to tag people here. I'm new on YouTube lives. Yeah, Nika, if you just yeah, I don't know how to tag people. I think you have to like literally like maybe either click on them or just at and type their name out. It's not as good as TikTok, but usually people in here will understand you're responding to them if you just at them and just write their name out. But yeah, it definitely sucks. I feel bad that lab grown meat prolongs the concept that animals can be exploited and commodified. Yeah, Martin. Yeah, I think, yeah, it is a very eclectic subject, and that's what I was trying to explain, that like this is where um I think vegans, like the small little nuances of veganism where some might disagree and some might agree. But I agree with you on that too. That yeah, it definitely still perpetuates the idea that concepts are the that animals are to be commodified and seen as food. But if it overall, you know, reduces, if it just was to completely eliminate the exploitation of them, it would still at least be, we can all agree it'd be a step in the right direction, you know. How's my day going? It's going good. I'm on my lunch break, just kind of hanging out, streaming to TikTok and YouTube, just here answering people's questions, non-vegan questions, or just you know, answering other vegans questions if they just want to have that conversation as well. You believe what? Wait, you can connect YouTube and TikTok. I'm using OBS to stream the TikTok chat to YouTube. I'm gonna try to set it up later to kind of like have that coexist a little bit better, so that maybe you know, up here or something I can have oops, I can have like YouTube chat. I can have, where'd it go? Hello? Oh, I don't know. I'm lost. Anyways, I'm trying to, where did it go? Anyway, so I can have YouTube chat on the screen too, so like everybody can see everybody's. Oh, there it is. Hello. Oh, it's in. Oh, cause it's layers, like this. I know I'm an artist. Maybe I'll change the art here and have like YouTube chat up here or something, since TikTok chat scrolls down up. Maybe I'll have YouTube chat in the middle somewhere like this or something. Anyways, let me delete this. Delete. Magical. Ooh. If you don't mind me answering, why did you become vegan? It first started, I dated a girl. I'll try to keep it short, but it's never a short story. I dated a girl who was pescatarian. She had me watch a couple of documentaries. We watched Earthling, I think, back then. And it made me think, oh shit, why am I eating animals? And then also, why the fuck are you eating fish if we just finished watching a documentary that talked about animal exploitation? But anyways, long story short, it started as like a health thing, dog. And then the more I watched or listened to like other vegans in the community, I learned that even though I was still consuming cheese, that I was still contributing to animal exploitation. So I think you kind of see that you start to understand that my choices are causing harm to other animals directly. Indirectly. But also directly, because you're making the choice to purchase those products. And I just decided I don't want to do that anymore. Honestly, that's why I became vegan. Am I spiritual? Are you vegan for spiritual reasons? No, I'm not spiritual at all. I'm not religious at all either. What's up, Debs? 2.0. No, I'm not. I'm not spiritual. I'm not religious. Though there are vegans out there that definitely feel a certain spirituality for the animals. Can you pray for me? No, you can pray for the animals. If you want to pray for someone, I would ask, don't pray for me. You should pray for the animals. I actually, would appreciate that more. You went vegan watching Dominion? Yeah, Dominion, man. I was already vegan when I watched Dominion, and still makes me cry. Yeah. Yeah, I think Calamity, I understand that, but the science now has proven that that's not the case. That they don't. A lot of them are actually really intelligent, and they actually pass certain tests that some land animals don't pass. I think it's a memory test, where they can actually learn that, or mirror test, sorry, where they can actually understand that they're looking at themselves in the mirror. How they do that test, I don't know. But if you're curious about it, you should look it up. So I think, I understand that. But like I said, that's the whole reason of lives like this, is there's a lot of misconception, there's a lot of misinformation, and there's a lot of misunderstanding of what happens to animals and what veganism is. So I'm hoping that when people come in this live and they ask questions like that at least what you'll do is look into it. You'll leave this live and look into how much brain function do fish have? What kind of emotions can they, I guess, express, and literally get you thinking. Consider watching some of the documentaries that people here are recommending. Let me put them up on the screen, I guess. I could do that. I wouldn't eat it because of the exploitation side. Taste is secondary. Yeah, Martin, I agree with you. I wouldn't either. I would not do the lab-grown stuff at all either. But I'm not gonna get mad at a vegan that does. Oh, you guys see this, huh? Or is this YouTube that sees this? Let me just put some of this documentaries up on here. I'm not gonna make too long of a list, just because I don't want it to be. I feel like I already have a bunch of crap on the damn screen. What was the other one that I was just thinking of? Okay. All right. Sorry. I had to just type that while so I wasn't able to read chat, so forgive me. I'll put this over here. Oh. Is that fine? It's probably getting cut off, huh? Let's do like here. Okay. Some guy just said that's why he ate only fish. Yeah. I know. So, you know, what that person should now think about is like, how can you go slightly left? It's covering. Whatever. You should talk to that person, whoever it was that said that that's why they ate fish. You should maybe explain to them that he might be wrong. Well, he most certainly is wrong, because the science is out there saying that's not the case, you know? Yeah. Let's see. Was there about your old girlfriend? Oh no, I saw that question already. You fancy my keyboard? Yeah, it's so loud. It feels nice to clickety clack, but it's a little bit loud. I keep getting new mics, and this mic that I have, you know, it has I've set it up to have noise suppression, but the keyboard still comes through, unfortunately. So clickety clack, tippity tap. Yeah, my mom called herself a vegetarian, but she ate fish. Yeah. They don't. It's just a misunderstanding that, yeah, hopefully people can eventually learn from, you know, learn more about, for sure. Sounds like a good mic. I mean, it better be. It was not cheap, but I've been wanting to invest into a good mic. I've been wanting to do like I've been wanting to honestly just do a vegan podcast and have like conversations with other vegans and, you know, help push them through, you know, social media. But yeah, I mean, this is where I'm at now, but I do have a nice mic. So you learned a new word. You didn't know pescatarian? What? Where do you live? What planet? Marxian theory of false consciousness? No. What's that? I should look it up, though. I will definitely look it up. People who eat animals but feel bad when they see animals on the way to the slaughterhouse. Yeah. I was telling this story to, I don't know, somebody. But I did a video on what happens to dairy cows in the dairy industry. It was a short video. It was like a minute or two. And my partner, she's not vegan. She's mostly plant-based. She only like occasionally eats egg, which is unfortunate. But anyways, I obviously talk to her. I have conversations about my interactions with people, what I think about animals, everything. And I've told her, you know, cows, they get, you know, SA'd and AI'd, and, you know, isn't that technically, you know, the R word, right? And yeah, it's funny. So I did this video, and, you know, she's my partner. So I say, hey, like, can I ask you what you think about this video? Which I've learned, not because of her, just in general, you should just do your thing and not seek others' approval. You should just do it, because everybody's going to have criticism. But yeah, so I showed her this video that I did where you see what happens to cows in the dairy industry. And at the end, she started crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? And she's like, oh, I didn't know that's what happened. And I'm like, hello, I've been telling you all this time what happens. Like, how do you not know? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, see, because people think that vegans are being extreme and dramatic, but we're not. Yeah, so that was an interesting interaction I had where I keep telling her, hey, we should watch we should watch what happens in the egg industry, but she's too scared. Like, I don't know. Yeah, dating somebody that's not vegan is hard, you know, because these are people that you care about and you know they're against it, but they just can't muster it up to watch. I'm sure that she will eventually want to watch it, but you know, we'll see. I think seeing it makes it more real. Yeah, it does. It definitely does. You know, I was on a live, a Discord call yesterday where they just showed, they didn't show any of that. It just was the like seeing the pig's experience from when it's born to when it's sent to slaughter, and then seeing the mother pig's reaction. And even that is enough to watch and feel like, damn, like it's fucked up to see the mama pig running around for looking for them for almost 5 minutes, you know? And you can see it. She's like confused. She doesn't know what's going on. You know, you have to understand that these animals, they're so I can never think of the word docile, I guess. They're so like docile and trusting, right? That like they trust the farmer, right? Because they feed them. I get, you know, not obviously not the farm that we were watching was like it was, I don't know what kind of farm it was, but the pigs for the most part were able to roam. It wasn't like the traditional what most animal agriculture has, where they put the pigs in a pen and they can't move at all. But yeah, you know, you see the mother pig that she, you know, I'm assuming that she builds a trust for the farmer because she feeds whoever the farmer is, feeds them, takes care of her babies, helps them with pregnancy, and they build a trust. And then, you know, one random day they just take the piglets away, and the mother pig is looking around for a while, just confused. You know, it's fucked up. I mean, obviously you're a child, unknown caller. It's sad that you are lacking some attention in your life, that you felt like coming in here and saying oinky oinky bacon is good is some sort of way for you to get attention. I mean, you're getting it, but I definitely feel bad for you. You need a hug or something. A hug and maybe some friends. I don't know. Manipulating the animals is sad. It is. It really is. You know, these are animals that are just like completely. They. It's not like they can protect themselves. It's not like they have the ability to just straight up leave. You know. They're in your care. They build a trust with you, and then the way that they did it in this particular documentary, they just have like a truck, and the truck has a what is it called? It has a, I'm drawing a blank, but a metal trailer, right? And it just backs up to the entrance of where the pigs genuinely just come out of to go out and walk around on the grass. And the little piglets just walk onto it. They shut the doors and take them away. That's it. That like, it's so messed up. It literally comes from a place of supremacy of like, oh, I need to eat. Like, I can understand back thousands of years ago, or how long has the farming industry been around? Where we've domesticated cows. I can't remember the exact number, but you know, when it came out of a place of survival, I can understand. Hey, we're humans. We're not gonna kill a lion. We're not gonna take down unalive. We're not gonna take out a panther, a cougar, or whatever. Like, here are these animals that other animals are eating, carnivores are eating, and we need to survive. Like, hey, maybe we can take them and like whatever. Like, we're not in that reality anymore. You know, so this mindset that we have, that we've maybe developed from a time of necessity hundreds or thousands of years ago, we don't live in that world anymore. So why do we continue to do it? A lot of people get hung up on that. There's no crops in the Arctic. There is, however, yeah, but do you live in the Arctic? Is that where you live? I'm not here talking to people that are in the Arctic or that are doing it out of survival. I mean, if you live in the Arctic and you absolutely have no access to food, no access, it's a different story. But we're not. That's you don't make up the majority. You make up the minority. You have to understand that it's hard for me to believe you live in the Arctic and you're here on TikTok chilling. If you did live in the Arctic and you don't have access to food, it's a very different story. We're not talking to those people. The majority of people that come in here are not those people. Yeah, see? So thank you for pivoting. Thank you for saying one thing that was completely absent to the fact of your actual genuine life and trying to now use a different topic to justify why you eat animals. Just because the majority of people do something does not make it okay, right? It doesn't make it okay. You could use it in any God, man, sometimes I just get worked up and I'm thinking about food and then I just lose my train of thought. At 2:00 is when I start to get hungry and start to lose my patience. You people live in fantasy land? What is fantasy land? How is fantasy land? I'm surviving. I'm alive. I'm not talking to you from the afterlife. I didn't pop out my mom's coochie a vegan. I made a conscious choice to change, to not eat meat, right? So what's fantasy? I mean, I'm definitely here. I'm definitely real. You're not dreaming. What's fantasy about what I said? Explain. And while you do that, I'm going to see what Martin and Nika are talking about on YouTube. They're too sad and brings tears to my eye. Yeah, a lot of documentaries are pretty hard for me to watch, even though I've been vegan for so long. It's still like I cried watching Suicide Squad. Did anybody see that movie? Not did anybody watch the James Gunn version of Suicide Squad? There's literally a character. If you haven't watched the movie Suicide Squad, there's a character in there called I think she's called Ratcatcher, where she like talks to rats, right? And there's a scene in that movie, if you haven't seen it, where she's talking to her dad and she's like, "Oh, why rats?" And he says, "Because rats are seen as the most disgusting, filthiest animals on the planet. But what does he say? Like he says something about every animal deserves love, and that's why." And that made me think like, damn, man, like all these movies have vegan messages, but nobody's fucking vegan. Like that scene made me cry because it's true, you know. A lot of people paint these animals in such negative lights, and they're so wrong. What happened to Jacob? He said that I was living in fantasy land, and then he left. Yeah, people are saying that Wicked had a good vegan message too, and I want to see it. Me and my partner have been wanting to see that movie, period. But I want to see like the vegan message, and I want to see if that maybe clicks in her brain, you know? Yeah, Lydia, I agree. It's funny that you say it because I think without even consciously knowing it, I've realized that and been like, man, I don't like Disney because of that. Yeah, they really do. They always have these vegan messages in them, and people are like, "Oh my God, so cute," and this and that. It's like, bro, have you thought about taking a step back and maybe mirroring what's happening in these movies to what you do in daily life, and maybe you'll have a little bit more empathy, and maybe you'd take a look at your own life and realize, shit, I'm doing these things that this movie is painting in a negative light. Yeah, it's so weird. But I forgot who it was. Was it you, Nika? Who posted a video today and it was like, no, maybe it was some other random person. It was like 101 reasons to go vegan in 10 minutes, and the guy was talking about, you know, if I had a pig in here, what would you call it? You would say it's cute. You would say it's blah blah blah. You would say this. You would say that it looks cuddly. But if I put a knife in your hand, would you be able to? I forgot what it was, but you know, it was like that. It's like all these people need to do is just literally take a second to think about it. You know. What's in my fridge? Let me try to think. Try to think of something it not vegan. I mean, everything in my fridge is vegan. Well, aside from you know, my partner giving her daughter eggs. That's the only thing that's in my fridge that's not vegan. And I guess the mac and cheese she feeds her too. Those are the two things. What you're thinking of, it's not vegan? You want me to say what's in my fridge? What's in my fridge? Chinese food, rice, beans, soy milk, oat milk. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I bought this vegan oat, like what is it called? Canned cheese where you spray, like spray cheese. And with that, I bought vegan salami from this vegan bakery shop near me. Lots of veggies, a lot of frozen veggies because veggies go bad too fast for me, at least, even though I eat a shit ton. So like broccoli, peas, carrots, lentils, a lot of canned beans, coconut milk, like canned coconut milk if I make curries and things like that, pasta, nutritional yeast, obviously a lot of spices and stuff. Soy curls I have that I use for meat alternative, TVP. What else? A lot of I'm a big cook, so like I usually make my own food. I don't like buy processed stuff, but there's definitely a lot of processed stuff that you can buy too. They have vegan sausages, vegan breakfast sausages, breakfast patties, vegan eggs. You can buy just egg and, you know, cook that and put some black salt on it if you want it to taste like, have that eggy taste. Yeah, that's a short list of things in my fridge. But like snacks, I have like rice cakes with banana and peanut butter. I like a lot of trail mix. I like dried fruit. I love like dried strawberries, dried mangoes, banana chips, peanut butter and jelly. I'm a big fruit guy. Like I love grapes and watermelon and kiwi. They have like, I don't like kiwi. I like they're called golden kiwis, I think. Golden sun kiwis. Those are really good because they're not as sweet as regular kiwis. But that's a list of things in my fridge. Gabe, what's the best vegan burger? Depends what you like. It really depends what you like. If you're looking for a certain texture, it's really dependent on what you like. But you know, Beyond Burger is definitely, or Impossible Burger is a good place to start. But it really does depend on what you like. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion. Some people like bean burgers, some people like mushroom burgers, some people like mock meat burgers, some people like seitan burgers. Depends what you like. But there's definitely a ton of options out there. You just have to explore. It's just like anything else in life that you eat. You go to one restaurant, you order the same thing that you do everywhere else, but you don't like the taste. So you go to another restaurant, you eat everything, you don't like the taste. You go to another restaurant, you're eating the same thing. For example, let's say tacos, and their tacos for some reason are so good and bomb, right? You have to just go out and try until you find what you like. You're not forced to eat meat. You'd have to explain to me if you're forced to eat meat. I know Keith or maybe Lydia has more knowledge on that, but Keith was talking about the other day with somebody that like there's probably only like maybe one or two what do you call them? I don't want to say disease, but conditions that would like require you to for some reason eat meat. I don't know what they were, but I don't think that you're forced unless that's what your parents buy you and you live with your parents. But you'd have to elaborate on that more. Because you know, people that live with their family, I always tell them you should have a conversation with your parents. If my son came to me and had a conversation with me, I would hear him out, you know. But I don't know your particular situation, Oliver's. Let me look at YouTube chat while. Take a second. Martin. Yeah, I'm glad that Nika and Martin, you guys are having a conversation on YouTube. That's awesome. I need to see Wicked, Nika. I really do. And Nika, I don't know how you do the vigils, man. It would just break me. I really should go to Bear Witness or go to a vigil and like say goodbye, you know. But it, like, even now the thought of it is making me, I don't know, sad. It sucks. How would I eat a steak? You take Vital Wheat gluten. You mix it with like nutritional yeast, maybe some vegetable broth and some spices. You make that into a dough, and yeah, you can fry it on the pan. Well, I think you have to boil it first. You have to boil it first for probably a couple minutes, maybe 25 minutes. And then grill it on the stove. And it's fucking delicious. I love meat, especially cow. I feel bad for you. Yeah, see? But, and I think it would make me angry too. And I think that, that's something that, um, I don't know, maybe I'll get some flack for it. But Joey, like I said in my live yesterday, Joey Carbstrong talked about, he called out vegans that weren't doing activists and said, if you're not doing that, you're not vegan. That was years ago that he said hold on. That was years ago that he said that he made that video, way before I started following him. And then recently, maybe a year ago, he said he had publicly come out and changed his mind on that opinion. And I agree, like, just because I don't go to vigils doesn't mean I'm not a vegan activist. I just know that like it would just break me. It would definitely piss me off, Maybe some of the non-vegans should go to vigils. Just like everybody says, oh, if you can't handle watching the documentary, if you can't watch it with your eyes, then how is it good for your stomach? If you can't watch the animals go to slaughter, then you should not pay for it. So Calamity, if I'm wrong, because I know some people say go bear witness and some people call it a vigil. But isn't a vigil where, you go to where the animals are being sent to slaughter? So they'll be in the trucks, and usually the truck is waiting to be let into the warehouse. And I think they're required to let it happen, but vegans will go and they'll give them water. So they'll usually like put straws through it's like a gated truck that's holding them. So you'll go and you'll give them water and like comfort them, because they're going to be sent to slaughter. That's a vigil. Yeah. It's definitely hard to watch. It's sad. Let's see. My vegetarian son won't go vegan. Likes eggs too much. Yeah, Martin. I'm sure you'll figure it out. You seem to have like a very good head on your shoulders, and you definitely seem, content. And what's the word I'm looking for? But you seem to be very grounded in your stance on veganism. I'm sure you'll figure out a way to convince him that like there are other options. Maybe try giving him just egg. Try giving him just egg with what's it? Black salt, kala namak, whatever. That definitely helps give it a very eggy taste. Let's see. Addy, sorry, I'm not really accepting guests. If you read the text on the screen, unless it's not readable, I'm sure it's readable. I should do that. I should click on this. I could click on this and look at mobile view. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is text. This is cut off. Oh, yeah, I'll have to fix this. I see now that some of the text is cut off, like ask me anything about veganism, not accepting guests. Maybe I should just go like this, even if it doubles up. Oopsie. At least so that way it's more readable. Right? That's a little bit more readable. Shit. Sorry, guys. That's probably better, right? Let's double check. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's better, right? Now you can actually read not accepting guests and ask me anything about veganism. Is there non-dairy creamers for coffee? Yeah. There's a lot. My partner she drinks a lot of coffee, and she had a hard time finding creamer. But if you go to the grocery store, there's plenty. There's so many. If you go to Target, I don't know what kind of grocery stores are you, but since Target is common in the U.S., if you are in the U.S., I think there's Target in the U.K. too, right? Um, yeah, there's creamer. There's vegan creamer, dairy-free creamer. I would say. Sorry. When does most black salt? Where does most black salt come from? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I used to know. Oh, Stop and Shop. Yeah, look, I have a Stop and Shop near me too. I love Stop and Shop. I go there all the time. I think they have it there too. Yeah, in the creamer section. I think I've seen dairy-free creamer. I'm not a big coffee person, so I don't use creamer. One day we'll have to end to Vistopia and the world will be vegan. Yeah, Martin. I think so. It might not happen in our lifetime, but yeah, it most certainly will happen eventually. Did you ever go meet vegan people in your neighborhood, your vegan community? I've tried, but it's just hard, you know, like you don't know people, and it's not like it's very hard to just like you have to be willing to navigate like the space, I guess, of where you live, right, and interact with these people to the point where that they're comfortable with meeting up and stuff like that. But there's been a couple vegan groups on Facebook by where I live that have some of them people are actually pretty nice and will openly say like, hey, we're having a vegan Thanksgiving at our house and anybody's welcome. But yeah, it can be hard to meet people in your neighborhood, especially since we're such a minority. If you are vegan, if you're not, now you've understand the struggles of being a vegan and like social life with other vegans. It can be hard. You respect the grind and the lifestyle. Well, you should go vegan if you respect, the grind. You should. I think what's more important is like vegans are not really. We're not really looking for like your respect. We're asking you to respect the animals, right? And like it's no diss on you, so don't take it personally. Like Calamity is the same way. It seems like there are always people that come in here that are not vegan that respect it, but maybe you're just missing a little bit of like understanding to maybe take a second to consider what your choices are supporting, and maybe just doing a little bit of investigation on like what happens or like why vegans do what they do. Watch a couple documentaries. Like there's some documentaries up here on the screen. Maybe if I put it like right here, maybe. Consider giving them a watch, consider at least if you're gonna keep eating animal products, or supporting companies that contribute to animal exploitation, you should definitely at least have the respect enough to watch a documentary to see what happens to these animals. That's all I ask people. Are those on YouTube? So Dominion is on YouTube. I'm not sure about the rest. I think What the Health and You Are What You Eat are like on Netflix. But Dominion is free. It's on YouTube. It's definitely free. And then Where's Your Empathy is saying a bunch of other documentaries that are on, I think Seaspiracy is also on Netflix. But that when it came out, it was on Netflix, so it might have moved. Because I know, unless it's a Netflix original, those things they oftenly move to different platforms because people, the companies buy the rights to film and stuff, to distribute film and stuff like that. But yeah, ABBA, you should give it a watch. Honestly, I think one of the ones that a lot of people are recommending now is I Could Never Go Vegan, or no, what is it? Dairy is Scary. It's Dairy is Scary is the one that a lot of people are recommending now, just because it's relatively short. You can watch it in I think 5-ish minutes, which I guess I'll add that to the list. Dairy is Scary. And it's definitely a good place to start, and then you can grow upon that and maybe try watching some of the lengthier ones, and then, when it comes to ABBA, when it comes to where you are like, okay, wait a minute, I think I agree with this. I can't support this. Like this is messed up. You should start reaching out to some of the vegan people either in here in the chat or to me or whoever, and build that social support, because it is hard. It's not easy to change something that you've been doing for your entire life. It can be daunting, So yeah, you should reach out to a couple vegans and watch some of the other documentaries and let people kind of help you figure it out, because it can be hard. But Challenge 22 is definitely like a great source of a great source where you can have access to people that are going to sit there and actually help you figure out the diet part of veganism, because it's not about the diet, though diet is an integral part of veganism. Let me see. Blackfish is profound. What's up, James? I don't think I've seen you, but I also haven't seen Blackfish. Should I watch it? I've seen Seaspiracy, I've seen Cowspiracy, I've seen What the Health, I've seen Forks Over Knives, You Are What You Eat. I haven't seen Blackfish. Is it something I should watch? Go to a real farm and actually see the truth. I mean, you act like us vegans are not like currently, like consistently and constantly looking at farms, or even doing hit pieces on farms and investigations. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about probably like the one farm that you think is okay, that is probably, I don't know, in your local area, and it's not the majority of farms. It's not the reality of majority of farms. I work in horticulture. The pesticides using to spray are no better than a bolt gun. I mean, come on, you really think that? One is like out of necessity to protect our crops, because we have to eat something, right? We have to thrive, right? But what you're saying is like, you don't need to. You don't need to take a bolt, to a cow. You can eat something else. It's not the same. Veganism is not about perfection. It's about avoiding exploitation where it's practicable and as far as possible that you can. Yeah, it's funny that you say bees are just as important as cows, but do you know what happens in the honey industry, and how the beekeepers will often off the bees during off season because it's more profitable for them to kill them off than to keep them alive during winter when production slows down? You see what I mean? Like, if they're important, why don't you just leave them alone? Because a lot of bees often, they react to cold and they will seek warmth. So why not just leave them alone? It's that because now I have to manage them, I have to feed them, I have to take care of them, right? So you can say you doubt that's the case, but you should look into it. Yeah, they have knowledge, and they've learned through knowledge of practices and being efficient that, production is slowing down. What are we going to do? It's more cost effective for me to take them out of the picture than to continue with them just sitting there and I have to feed them. It's not cost effective. It's the same reason why when dairy cow milk production slows down, or when chickens egg production slows down, they get sent to slaughter. Like, it's literally the same thing. Yeah, like I said, but what you're describing, you could say that they're bad, right? And people will advocate for non-GMO or organic. But what you're saying is, if people are content with buying their plants that are sprayed with pesticides, it's still being done out of a necessity, because we need to we need to grow these crops to eat. But you don't need to take a bolt gun to a cow to eat. You can eat something else. You're not basing it in any sense of reality. What you're saying, I'm sure, is true. That the chemicals sprayed, maybe, yeah, okay, say they are bad for you. But we can, like Ben, I was going to say that, Ben. Like Ben said, there are ways to improve on not needing that, right? Like vertical farming is one of them. Hydroponics is the other one, right, Ben? So, like, I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, progress is slow, but the more people that stop paying for what happens to cows, the faster that those industries might speed up, right? Because a lot of our tax dollars, at least in the US, are used to subsidize what happens to animals in animal agriculture, right? Because there's a demand. So if what you're saying, right, that progress is slow, if more people stopped contributing to buying animal products, then maybe at least in the US, I don't know where you are. You said you live in, I'm assuming maybe you live in New Zealand? Then maybe we can change the way that our tax systems benefit the animal agriculture, and maybe put those I'm hungry. Put that money into other aspects of farming that don't involve animal exploitation. People need a monetary incentive to shop. Yeah. If so, you can't say that won't happen, right? Because everything functions, at least as a basis in society, everything is going to function off of supply and demand. If you have a demand for something, they're going to make that supply to fill the demand, right? You can't say that it won't happen, because if I don't know where you live, but when I first went vegan and I would go to the grocery store, dude, it was like one tiny little section, the vegan section, and it was like tofu, tofurkey, like fake deli sliced meat. I think it wasn't even tofurkey at the time. It was like some other one, and it tasted terrible, if you ask me, genuinely. And like, maybe almond milk, and that was it. That was the vegan section, right? Now I go to the grocery store, I go to my Stop and Shop. What used to be a vegan section, each individual food category is in the same category with other foods. So the milk section, it's not like the vegan milk or plant-based milk is in the vegan section. It's literally in the plant section. You know what I mean? Same thing for ice cream. Same thing goes for cheese. Same thing goes for cream cheese, yogurt, frozen food. Like it's no longer in its own designated area. It's grown big enough to be in the same place as everything else. So you can't say that nothing is changing. Let me see. There is a pretty good selection now. Yes. It's not cheaper here yet for good quality. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be dependent on where you live. But I think the people who consciously make the decision to say, hey, I've seen what happens to animals and I'm against it, they're willing to, I guess, bite. I don't know. I don't want to say that terminology because I don't know if it's TikTok safe, but they're willing to take that price increase to say, hey, I don't support that because it goes against what I believe in or what I've learned about what happens to animals, right? But, there are ways to make those same alternatives at home for way cheaper. But yeah, if you're trying, depending on where you live, you're trying to watch it. Sorry, I'm reading chat, but you're trying to make alternate decisions in what you eat, and you want to just purchase, ultra processed stuff. It could be expensive, sure, yeah, but I know from where I live, from what I understand, it's been statistically proven to be about 30% cheaper overall. So yeah. It's just something to think about, MB. And look, I hope we're not like, I'm not coming off aggressive, and, we're having a civil conversation. But again, it's not about the chemicals being sprayed, being terrible for us, because I'm sure that is the case. I'm not saying I'm not saying you're wrong on that, but that's not the bigger point or picture, because again, even if that was the point, those crops that we're spraying are being fed to cattle, right? So I don't know. I mean, I'm not really big on hunting. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's about being, I don't know. You're still like seeing the animals as a commodity, right? So like, how far can we go in saying that something is more ethical when you're still kind of doing the same thing? If it's out of, I don't know about conservation. I know the sentiment is there, MB, and I'm not educated enough on the matter, but to my understanding, there's a lot of data that seems inconclusive in both ways, that like hunting doesn't really do anything. It doesn't help with the population, and it doesn't in any direction. So it's just more of like, it's just something that they're trying to make a profit off of. They do things to keep population steady, like cut down trees so that deer can have a better, better places to roam, and better environment to graze on grass and stuff. so that you can also, they can sell a license to you so you can help bring it down. But again, I'm not well versed on hunting in general, let alone not in the U.S. So I'm not sure where you live, but that's my basic understanding. A lot of people will typically, I guess, defend it in that way, and that a lot of it has to do with making money off of you purchasing licenses. Vegan teacher pushes people away from veganism. I mean, I'll say this, and maybe that's because not Colin asked a question. People I think of make fun of stuff like this because bad figures like the vegan teacher. Are you still in here or not, Colin? Or Colin? Sorry, not Colin. The way I feel about vegan teacher is everybody has their own way of doing activism. If the overall message is the same, right? We should not be exploiting animals. My activism that I'm doing right now, right here, having conversations with you guys, is effective in my own way. It's effective in some way because people are messaging me. And the same way that vegan teacher is doing what she does, there are people that come up on her live and genuinely love her. So she's speaking to somebody. It might not be to you, but that's why we have activists. That's why everybody does their activism in a different light. Some people will go out and they'll go and do public outreach, or they'll protest, or they'll go and they'll have debates with people, or like me, here I am having a conversation with you. You know, we all have different voices and different ways that we project our voice, and it's going to resonate with somebody, because just like when you're in a relationship with somebody and you tell that person, hey, you shouldn't date so-and-so because they're a terrible person, and then they go and they don't, like, let's say that, not that they don't listen to you, right? But then they don't listen to what you said, and they're still doing the shit that you told them not to do, right? And then another friend comes around and says the same thing to them, just differently, and all of a sudden they listen to that person. How many times has that happened to us in our lives? I'm sure it's happened to all of us at some point, right? And you're always like, what the fuck? I said that. Why didn't you do it? Like, why didn't you listen to me? I literally told you that. And that's the way that the world works. That's the world that we live in. Everybody's going to say things differently. It could be a culmination of using different words or the tone that you say it in. Some people are more aggressive. Some people are more chill. So I don't have an issue with vegan teacher at all. I tuned into her live the other day and I thought it was funny and it was fun. She was dancing around. She was being silly. She was asking people to double tap the screen. You know, it's her way of doing outreach. I think it does suck because people will come in here and hear me speak, and what I'm saying, even though you don't agree, you don't think so, what I'm saying is going to turn a lot of people off. There are going to be a lot of people here, even though you're so chill, dude. Like your lives are so chill and you're like really good vibes and you're not like other vegans and blah, 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 blah. Somebody else is going to come in here and be like, oh, this fucking guy won't stop yapping. Like, so every vegan has a way that they project their voice in a different way, and that's fine, as long as the overall message is the same. So I know a lot, like there are vegans that don't like vegan teacher, but I don't hate her. So yeah, like Mel said, everybody resonates with different people in different ways. So and every vegan is going to give veganism a bad name. At least like the real vegans, not the vegans that are doing it out of profit or are claiming to be vegan when they're really not. They're just plant-based. Like I keep seeing these vegan ads of like this. I saw one the other day and it was like an ad on Facebook for a vegan supplement. And the girl was like, oh, ever since I went vegan, I've been having headaches and I've been dizzy and I started to develop anemia. Like that is such a terrible ad. And that company is not vegan. I'm sorry. Because if I was a vegan, I would not make such a fucking ignorant ad like that. Because you're only making it look bad. It's so stupid. So like shit like that. You know what I mean? Maybe the girl actually is vegan and, you know, she's getting paid. It's an ad, right? She's getting paid to say this stupid shit. But if I was a vegan, I would not say that. It's kind of ridiculous. Let me see what's happening in the YouTube chat. Do you have a channel which I can DM you? What's up, Johnny Vegan Seed? I haven't seen you here before. I'm glad you found my live. I hope you're finding my content enjoyable. If you are, you should subscribe. You know, I'm going to try to do this every weekday for, you know, as long as I can until I get in trouble, because I'm supposed to be working. Vegan, maybe. Whoops. Sorry. I was looking at my work phone. Anyways, let me just look at the Nika. It's very good. and great vegans in chat, including Johnny, who is here now. Yeah, Martin, thank you for, again, Martin, I've been saying it consistently, and Nika, thank both of you, and now Johnny for at least showing up and, tuning into the live on YouTube. I appreciate it. I'm going to try better to do a better job at implementing all the chats together so we can all see each other and interact with each other's chats. And, if you're on YouTube, you can respond to somebody on TikTok and they can see your message, so you can actually like interact with each other. So I'm gonna definitely try to get that working. Veganism won't work for some, which will work for others. I mean, to be honest, MB, I think like a lot of that comes down to lack of education. Anyway, real quick, Calamity, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. I know you're not vegan, but it seems like you've been asking genuine questions. So listen, follow me. I'll be having more of these lives if you want to have conversations with me. But if you can on your free time, watch one of these documentaries. Darius Scary is very short. It's about 5 minutes long. Watch Dominion if you want. It's about 2.5 hours long, but it goes into everything except hunting, I think. But you should definitely check them out. And thank you for being here. And thank you for being respectful. I appreciate it. If you're still here, I hope you got that little message at the end. You already subscribed, Johnny Vegan Seed? Thanks. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. Who's in here? Mel. Oh, sorry. Let me say hello to some people. Mel, thanks for coming by. Blue Mint J, or Bubble Mint J, thank you for coming by. I've seen you on the panels. I appreciate it very much. Vegan for the animals, not my ego. I know we just recently started following each other, and I appreciate you being here. I think I'm going to end the live in a little bit because I'm hungry and I got to get back to work. But I'm going to still interact with a couple more people and chat it up. Oh, that's your daughter? Nice. That's awesome. You're a vegan and your daughter's vegan. Those life goals. Am I right? Hold on. You know what I mean? Not diet, but lifestyle. MB, I don't know. I think a vegan lifestyle is very easy. It just takes a little bit of education. It takes a little learning. It takes, a little bit of practice. Because I think, a lot of people, they don't pop out of their mommy's coochie vegan. You have to. Usually people go vegan later in life, and it's hard to change something that you've been doing for 20 plus years, right? So it just takes a bit of practice. But yeah, you just came from donating plasma. Oh my God, how do you feel? You're okay? Who's in Holland? Is Johnny Vegan Seed in Holland? What time is it in Holland? Huh. What's up, Mr. Mank? I'm assuming you know Martin. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, so I've just been doing these lives to kind of just interact with some of the non-vegan people in my TikTok and just answer their questions. You kind of missed it, but there was probably 2 or 3 people so far in my live on TikTok that came in here saying some silly shit and trolling. And yeah, now it seems like they stay around, they ask a couple questions, and they leave here with a little bit more education on what veganism is. And 2 people so far were asking, okay, yeah, I'll give these documentaries a watch. So yeah, it's been really good. Hold up. Sorry. You're good? That's good. I've never donated plasma, but I know that it definitely is draining. I don't know why I've thought that like you can't really donate blood or plasma if you have tattoos. I'm sure that's probably a lie that people said back in the day, but I guess I never thought about it since I have so many tattoos. But twice a week? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, so then I guess what I heard was bullshit then. Yeah. Cow and pig bacon cheeseburger best friends forever? That sucks. You should definitely consider going to a sanctuary and interacting with some of these pigs. I bet you might feel differently. It definitely hits different when you see them. Would you eat a cow if it was the only thing on the planet? I don't know. What kind of ridiculous question is that? What is the cow eating? Can we share? If it's new, you have to wait 3 to 6 months after you donate again. I haven't gotten a tattoo in a while. I really want to, but now that I moved to the Northeast tri-state area. I don't know. I haven't found any tattoo artists that I trust. Because usually my sister's husband, he owns his own tattoo shop in Florida, and he'll do my tattoos for me. But I've been really wanting to get. I know some people don't like it. I don't want like a full on, like up to my chin neck tattoo, but I do want a tattoo that goes, a little bit up, like on my neck area. But I just it's like a big thing, so I'm just a little bit. I should research more on finding a good tattoo artist that is willing to work with me. But most of the time they aren't. At least the ones that I've interacted with. You want to get tattoos of your fur babies that passed? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it was just of old age and nothing else. I hope. What's tofu like? It's pretty good. I think at first people have a hard time because it's something that gets better as you practice, as you learn more techniques and more cooking methods and how to flavor it in certain ways, in different ways. It definitely will surprise you. See much seriously. Is everyone in your family vegan? No. Nope. Nobody in my family is vegan. And how do I go about it? You just take it day by day. At first you try to like educate them on it, but my parents are, they've been doing it for over 50 years, so over 55 years, I guess now you can say. But yeah, it's hard to understand. So I found what works best for me is just lead by example. You keep an open mind, and they will come to you with questions, because when they see, like, people will see, holy shit, dude, you're still jacked and you're vegan. Like, I thought you would have lost weight being vegan. I thought you would have been scrawny, but you're more muscular than me. How do you do it? Like things like that. They often, it makes them curious about how you're still thriving, how you still look young, how you still have energy, how nothing really has changed about you. The only thing that has really changed is you stopped eating animals. Well, stopped contributing to animals in any sort of way, animal exploitation at that, sorry. So yeah, you just kind of take it day by day. And, hopefully now my mom actually is always sending me messages like, oh, look, I found this, vegan, like frozen pizzas, or this vegan chicken nuggets, or these things. And she sends me pictures and she tries them. So I think ever since she tried them, she's been keeping a more open mind and understanding. Especially since, she stayed with me for a couple weeks when I bought my house, just to enjoy being, hey, my son owns a house now. And she ate vegan while she was here, because I told her I'm not going to buy. If you want, you can go buy, but I won't purchase. And she was like, oh my God, I'm pooping. Like, it's crazy. She's like, my poop is like so good. I'm like, yeah, dude, I told you. Yeah, Ben, I'm jealous that your partner is vegan. It's super easy. Or not easy, but I'm like I'm imagine it just, everything is so much easier. You don't have, disagreements on stuff, right? You have the same mentality, the same approach, the same thought on, the animals, since you're on a farm, the animals that you take care of. So that's cool. That's pretty awesome. Your brother does that? And he's not vegan? Does what I explained, right? Like how they slowly show that they're kind of somewhat hearing you. So Mel, did she grow up vegan? Mr. Mank, you're thinking about getting a tattoo that says vegan? Do it. Do it. Hell yeah. I don't usually get when I was first getting tattoos, I was getting a lot of like words and quotes. I think I'm drifting more towards the like artistic side of tattoos. So I think I would get like a vegan tattoo, but not the word vegan. Definitely something to show. Like I think one of my friends, he has a tattoo of a cow and it has like barbed wire wrapped around it and it says something about veganism on it as well. Like I thought that tattoo was pretty cool. You just started having the urge to not eat meat, then my mom was on board to stop as well. Oh, so you guys stopped together. That's awesome. Jolene, that's a pretty name. I feel like I haven't heard that name since that song. There's a song, right? Jolene? I might be wrong. I think it's a country song. I think I heard it when I would go line dancing. Granted, I don't really listen to country music. In 2021, you guys went vegetarian and then vegan. That's awesome. You can pronounce it right? Yeah. Jolene. What do people pronounce? Jolene. Jolene. I feel like you don't meet too many Jolenes. So your mom definitely picked a good name. I'm jealous too. Having a partner on board is priceless. And are you vegan? Do you have a partner that's not vegan? Yeah, it's hard. Dolly Parton. Yeah, I knew it was it's a country song, right? Let me check my work phone before I get in trouble. I always say I'm gonna do this live for an hour, and then I feel like we get pretty good conversations, and it definitely goes on for longer. I enjoy being here. You know, we reached 6 new followers, 22,000 likes, 715 views. Could get more views, but I think the no guest turns people off. A lot of people pronounce it Jolene. Yeah, maybe because I'm like big into music, so I've heard the Jolene song, so I know Jolene. Nobody else around me is, but it's okay. Taking it day by day, as you said. Yeah, Inna, if you're comfortable with it, I would say a good place to start is follow some of the vegans in here, so you at least have like somewhat of a community. And then I don't know where you live, but whenever you start to feel comfortable with, you could give people a general idea of what area you live, and maybe there's some other vegan people out there. Like I realized one of the vegans in the community is lives like 30 minutes away from me. So maybe we'll hang out one of these days. Look, Persona. Me talking, okay, has nothing to do with being vegan. But actually most certainly does, because everything I'm talking about is about veganism. I gotta talk somewhere. I gotta, do something. Martin. Nico, you have tats? A cow tattoo, a rooster, a chicken, and others? That's awesome. You'll have to share. Maybe we can do tattoo pics in the Discord group or something, or just like in general. Would you agree with feeding your pet a vegan only diet? Vinny, good question. So I know that it's not easy for most people. I mean, some people, they have cats that have very specific like allergies or even just dietary restrictions. But if you're asking me specifically, yeah, I would do everything I possibly can to make sure that happens. If for whatever reason my cat or dog just absolutely could not, like there's just absolutely no way, through like an allergy or disease or something, condition, then you would have to. But no, if I had a dog or a cat or a companion animal, I would definitely keep it 100% vegan. That is true, huh? I never thought about TVP, the vegan perspective. It's just such a long name for people to say. I always feel bad. So there are a couple people here that know my actual name, and that's fine. It's public knowledge now. You can call me either or. I'm fine with either or. The only abbreviation of my name that I do not accept is Seabass. If you call me Seabass, I will ignore you. And by that, you can figure out what my real name is, but I just don't like that that nickname at all. So, Nika, I'm sorry if I missed your some of your chats on YouTube, but thank you for popping up on the YouTube. I really appreciate it. I really do. I really, really, really do. Thank you. That's understandable. Yeah, I don't like sea bass. It's just, yeah, it's, I don't know, not a flattering name, and it reminds me, people always get it from that movie, and it's like, I'm not a fan. TVP, what's for dinner? Some TVP. That's pretty catchy, huh? I never thought about it that way. You have a Furberry Cairo? What kind of animal is Cairo? It's a good name too. If I ever rescued a dog, I have a couple names. It would be Pancakes, Waffles, Mocha, or what was the other one? I think that was it. There was one more, but I don't remember what it was, because the idea of rescuing an animal has kind of been off my mind for a little bit. Yeah, prefer her plant-based foods over the meat ones. Yeah, don't be like that one TikToker who, I feel like she was just doing it for clout. Like, oh look, clearly my dog is gonna want to eat this. I think she was just trying to look for clout. Because if she was vegan, she wouldn't have even had it was like a bowl of meat. It wasn't even like meat, animal based dog food. It was just like a bowl of meat. So she definitely wasn't vegan. Let me just mute this person. Sorry. And Ben, I saw you muting people. Thank you. I appreciate that. You've definitely kept it pretty understandable. Wait. Oh. Nate Dog. Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Hold on. You were doing well, chatting with new vegans you met on YouTube. Yeah, Nika, that's cool that you connected with some of the vegans on YouTube. That's awesome. I'll try to do better with connecting the two so that everybody can interact with everybody. Okay, sorry. Blue Merrill Pomsky. That's a Pomeranian Husky, right? If I'm getting that right. That's pretty cute. Cairo is your granddaughter and my daughter's daughter. Oh my God, there's so many generational people in here. Your daughter. Well, isn't your granddaughter your daughter's daughter? Isn't that the same thing? There were too many vegan trolls here, so I switched over there. Yeah, that's true, Nika. The YouTube side definitely had just all vegans, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice break, I guess, from the TikTok trolls. Let me drink some water. Jesus. Everybody likes the TVP nickname, huh? I guess that's it. First it was VSL, and now I've adopted TVP. Names of the people you follow. Cairo has her own TikTok page. The cat? Or your granddaughter? Not cat, sorry, dog. I don't know why I said cat. I think it's Cairo. Cairo, the Pomsky, has her own TikTok? Or does your granddaughter have her own TikTok? Yeah, I figured. I'm like, how old is your granddaughter? Oh, so you don't actually have a daughter also named Cairo. Just your puppy is your daughter. That's funny. Yeah, having kids is a lot. It's a handful. Wait, do you also have a I can't follow. I need a family tree, please. No trolls here. I thought you might need a mod, but not necessary. What name do I prefer you to use, Martin? You could call me whatever you want. My real name is Sebastian, so I'll leave that up to you. It seems like my name is just public knowledge now anyway, so it's fine. Yep, this is why I keep my name away from the public. Because now you traumatized me, Vegan Lips, and you just transported me back to being 7 years old where everybody's like, where's Ariel? Where's Ariel under the sea? Yeah, TVP, Seb, Sebastian. Yeah, either one is fine. As long as you don't call me Seabass. And I mean that genuinely. I just don't like it. You had a rescue hamster called Sebi? That's cute. Hamsters are something. You treat her the same as a human child? Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. If I had a companion animal, it would be the same. It'd be the same for me, yeah. I get it. All right, well, how long have I been vegan for? Oh, yeah, we haven't really interacted that much, huh? I've been vegan for about 6 years. And then 3 years plant-based before that. No, you didn't trigger me. I'm just being stupid. I just didn't want to. I was like debating if I wanted to like give out my name publicly. But it seems like so far people have been pretty chill. Just the world is a really weird place, you know? So you just have to be precautious with what you let out there in the internet. So I'm just still trying to navigate that, see what I'm comfortable with. If that makes sense. Yeah, thanks, Frisia. Yeah. It doesn't bother me. I think it's nice. It's nice to have things feel a little bit more personal. I think I'm just taking baby steps. You know? Yeah, people are weird, so let's just look for ways to, I don't know, like dig into your life and find the people that you care about and stalk you and call your job. You know, just weird shit. No, so JJFW. I'm not sure if you have the capacity to read, and I don't mean any malicious intent, but you can have your confession in chat, because based on what says on the screen, I'm not accepting guests. So yeah, you can call me Seb. Yeah. But yeah, before I go, I guess, since it seems like we've kind of died down, and does anybody have questions for me about my life, about veganism, about maybe some of the things, maybe the views I have on veganism, or I don't know, any of my experiences as a vegan? I am a vegan male who's dating a mostly plant-based woman who has a child, a 6-year-old daughter, and I also have a 6-year-old son who does not live with me. He lives with his mom in California, unfortunately. And I've been vegan for 6 years, but plant-based for 3 before that. As like a general summation of my life, I guess. I play games. I do activism. I like to dance. I've been dancing since high school. I'm an old fart. Yeah, I don't know what else. You do know we are supposed to eat meat. What do you mean by supposed to? I'm glad that you came here, because now we have some conversation to engage in. But can you explain to me what you mean by we're supposed to eat meat? We wouldn't live without farmers. I mean, Do farmers only farm animals? No, right? So they could farm something else? You think? Next time someone brings up Little Mermaid, describe the movie like Seaspiracy. That's actually a pretty good way to twist it on them, huh? That's a good idea. Humans are omnivores. Our bodies are meant to eat plants. No. Because we're omnivores, we can survive. I wouldn't say thrive, at least because I'm not going to say thrive off of eating both or one or the other, because you cannot thrive eating only meat, right? There's a lot of negative implications and negative health conditions that come with eating only meat, right? But because we're omnivores and we have the ability to eat both, then why wouldn't you choose to partake in the part of the diet that does not involve having to unalive someone? Because we're omnivores, we can survive and thrive, because the science is there, off of eating only plants, or not only plants, I'll say a plant-based diet, right? So, Nika, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're always welcome. About to eat a whole pound of ground beef with a side of grilled chicken. Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. I mean, you should talk to your doctor about that, because he might have some choices or wise words to share with you about what's going to happen if you keep doing that. Exactly, Freesia, 100%. I try to be cautious about saying because obviously since we're omnivores, we can live off of eating either or. But I try to make the effort in saying that we can't thrive off of eating and or the other, because we can't thrive off of eating only meat, which is funny. People should think about that. Why we can't. No, but beef cattle are bred. Yeah, see, to be meat. Yeah, which you spelled that wrong. So maybe you're eating too much meat, and nothing else. So you won't change to the world, so don't try. It kind of sucks that you have that outlook on life, because if you have that outlook on life, then why are you existing in any capacity? Why do you get a job? Why do you work? Why do you have kids? Why do you take care of your family? It doesn't matter. The world isn't going to change, and our lives are all going to end. Who cares? It's not a very healthy way to look at life. You can't say things are not changing. Go to the grocery store and tell me that you see things are not changing. They very much are changing. They're literally, when I go to the grocery store, what used to be the vegan section or plant-based section is now not the plant-based section. They have plant-based milk in the milk section. They have plant-based ice cream in the ice cream section. They have plant-based yogurts and cheese all in those sections of grocery stores. So you cannot say that things are not changing. Yeah, that's your job, but you choose to have that job. You know what you could also choose to do? You can say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore, because I'm building relationships with these animals and I see that they suffer. I know that they get sent to slaughterhouse. I've seen it, right? I'm hoping you've seen it. I've seen what happens to them. You know what? What if I stop breeding them and instead I start growing vegetables? What if I look into other alternatives, like, I don't know, hydroponics or vertical farming or other types of farming methods? And what if I start doing that instead? And that could be my new job. I'm a farmer. It's all I know. So why don't I continue farming, but maybe farm other things? Right? That's an approach you could take. What do you think about that? That's an approach some farmers are taking. Hey, I'm growing all these oats and vegetables to feed my cows. What if I stop breeding my cows and all these oats that I'm already farming to feed my cows? What if I stop breeding the cows into existence and start an oat milk farm? Oh man, I could do that. The price of oat milk is pretty high. It's pretty good. I could probably make a good living off of selling oat milk. Like, not an excuse. Hey, what's up, Math Chef? I'm just coming to a close here, I think. I keep saying that, but then it's like half an hour goes by, 20 minutes goes by, 10 minutes goes by, but I just can't help but interact with all the amazing vegans. And then the occasional non-vegan people, you know, they have questions, and I'm hoping, you know, hoping to hopefully educate them in some way. Like Farming for Life right now is trying to say that we have to farm animals because we have to do it for a job, and that the world is going to eat animals anyway, and all these vegans should just stop caring. Yeah, it sucks that you've been conditioned that way, dude. It sucks that you've been conditioned to think that, man, I've been doing it my whole life. That part of caring has been shut off. And yeah, I don't see these animals as beings anymore. They're just objects for me to turn into meat. Yeah, it's horrible. It doesn't have to be all that you know. You're on here, right? You're having a conversation with me right now. You're having a conversation with some of the other vegans in chat. It doesn't have to be the only thing you know, because we're trying to help you in that there are other things you can do. Whether it doesn't bother you or not. If it doesn't bother you that you're unaliving them, that sucks, man. I feel bad for you, right? I feel bad that you've shut that part of your humanity off, like you're some kind of robot. But you should think about their life. Put yourself in their position. And what if somebody was like, oh, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It'd be pretty fucked up. Yeah, it is background. The background is AI. Why? Is that a problem? Yeah, but are we talking to people that like have to do it out of necessity? You're on here on TikTok having a conversation with me. You have internet. You have access to do you have access to a grocery store? If you do, then okay, I'm going to have to say this because a lot of ignorant people come in here and they seem to care so much about the AI art than care about the overall message. I'm an artist. I work in the industry. I've been working in the industry for the past 12 plus years. There are people that are artists. It's a mixed bag. You're going to have people that are artists. I'm only going to talk about this shortly because it has nothing to do with veganism. It's just for you, Mochi. There are people who are artists. It's very 50-50 that are against it, and there are people that are for it. Okay? I'm one of the artists that happens to be for it. AI art gives people the freedom and the creativity to start with a very good baseline. And when you have a good baseline, it gives you more time for notes, for dailies, and it opens up the space for more creativity because you're not spending so much time on the base of an art project. It gives you more time to hit things in a more specific direction. So that is why I support AI art as an artist. That's all I'm going to say about that. Ignorant people. Woo! What a way to convince others. Who called people ignorant? Calling somebody ignorant is not an insult. I didn't use it as in an insulting way. Lacking information or lacking knowledge, whether you decide to use the word ignorant or naive, is very much the same thing. Yeah, people that are making money off of AI art, I'm against that. 100%. People that go and they just like, oh yeah, I'm an artist, and they bait people who are ignorant to the fact that it's generated art and are selling it for money, I'm against that. That's not the same thing. But am I against AI art as a whole? No. I'm not selling this picture here. If I went and tried to sell this picture, I would be against it. 100%. But it's very different. You're talking about two different things. Okay, I'm going to have to mute you because you're spamming. I'm going to answer your question, but I am going to mute you. You think that others are under you because you have another perspective. No, I never said that. I never said that. People don't have a perspective because they're unaware of what happens. It's not like the majority of people knows what happens to animal in animal agriculture. A lot of people have the perspective that you're saying without having the knowledge, without having the resources, and without having the understanding of what happens. If you had the understanding and you've watched documentaries and you understood that that happens in the vast majority, 95% plus of animals in animal agriculture, then I don't know what to tell you. You got something going on if you think that that is okay. But the majority of people, they are unaware of what happens and they have that stance. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I have said it time and time again. I think everybody shares the same compassion as vegans. They just don't understand why. They haven't made that connection. They haven't bothered to try. They haven't bothered to watch the documentaries. They haven't bothered to think about it. So kiss my ass. If someone has horses, is it abuse to have a perimeter fence wall around the field? I don't know. What is the fence for? Is it to protect them? I don't think so. No. Ben the farmer, vegan farmer's here. I guess you could ask him. I don't think so. It's out of like protection. It's not like I need you to stay here. You're my prisoner. It's more to protect them, right? That's what I would say. But yeah, definitely. I'm 100% against riding horses. Yeah, but just since like I don't know if he asked that, but yeah, in general, the whole fencing thing, I would say it's for their protection. But Ben, the vegan farmer, can probably speak on that better. Inna, you said yesterday Costco surprised me with the variety of vegan choices. Yeah, they do have a good variety, but they could do better. I don't know why they don't have soy milk at Costco yet. It's just almond milk, which is like whack. They have oat milk, but I just prefer soy milk. Bloodhound hunting is great. Yeah, see? You're like flip-flopping because now you're talking about just the enjoyment. You're talking about the only reason you do it is because of the feeling you get, which is, I don't know, kind of fucked up if you ask me. There's somebody that was a hunter that was on my live one time. We were talking about it, and everybody had the suggestion of, why don't you do everything that you typically do when you go hunting, right? Track the animal, find it, do whatever you can to like follow that animal, right? To get that feeling of like, oh, this is whatever, fun. And then when it comes to the point of where you have to take the animal's life, just don't do it. So you're still getting every aspect of hunting, but you're not shooting the animal. You can still do those things. If you want to feel a connection for the animal by being in their like environment and witnessing their lives, then do that. But you don't have to pew them. Yeah. And what are you in the US? You want lamb over rice? I don't think it'd be comfortable for like the lamb to sit over a bed of rice unless it was cooked rice. It could be pretty comfortable for them. Oh, Vancouver. Oh, you probably have so many vegan options in Vancouver. I know Canada's like pretty big on vegan alternatives. Like California, New York, Vancouver, and what was the other place? Ontario? No, Toronto, sorry. Are like have vegan food all over. Yeah, so you said that what Lee Plasto said makes sense. What did he say that makes sense? The fact that you use bloodhounds to search for, you said hunting. What Lee Plasto said was in search and rescue operations, which, I'm not for that, because it's like if you're using it in a sense of like to help in a rescue, but I don't know, the majority of the times, like say like dogs in the police are more used for, yeah, they have a great sense of smell, but oftentimes it puts the dog at risk. So it's more of like a measure of like protection, like, oh, we just send the dog first, and if something happens, it happens. So I don't agree with that. But you're saying that that somebody said something that made sense, and you're living in this echo chamber of like, oh look, see, other people agree with me, but you didn't really say anything other than he said bloodhounds have a great sense of smell and can do rescue operations. You literally said hunting. It's not even the same thing. I bet you you wouldn't, Noah. I bet you anything you wouldn't. And with that, I will have to mute you, only because you're not really contributing to the conversation. I like people that have something to say and we can have a dialogue, but not to just troll. Like one troll message here and there, sure. Doesn't bother me. Canada doesn't have a lot where we are. Oh, you guys are in Manitoba, right? That's what your mom said? Mother? Well, that stinks. Maybe you guys should move to the US. Nah, I'm sure you guys are like definitely not, the US is not looking good in a lot of people's eyes right now, unfortunately. Arizona? Why Arizona? What are you gonna do in Arizona? It's too hot out there. Do you like hiking? I know they have a lot of great hikes in Arizona. You like hamburger? You want a hamburger? I do. You know what? A hamburger for dinner sounds good. Maybe we'll go to the vegan joint by my house and get a vegan hamburger. Vegan ham too. They have vegan ham at the grocery store by my house. You love nature. You love everything about Arizona. That's cool. I can respect that. Oh, see? Keyword. Yeah, that's good. I need to do that. Oh no, more of this vegan ridiculousness. Why is it ridiculous? Explain. Oh, I see his name. Yeah, let me report that actually. I didn't even see the name. Yeah, you're right about that. I'm gonna report that right now actually. Give me how do I report his name? Violent, graphic, adult, no. Dangerous acts, fraud, scams, hateful behavior. I guess dangerous acts is a good one because the name is definitely not cool. Important. Can you say what is? Yeah, I don't know if you're all there, Archie. What's wrong with veganism? Can you explain to me? And why you think about that? I don't know if that's it. I'm just gonna go to the restroom real quick. What did Archie say? Not veganism. I don't understand. It's like, I guess you came in here expecting that nobody was gonna give you attention, and now you don't know what to say. Is it true that pasta isn't vegan because eggs are an ingredient? Well, if it has eggs in it, then yeah, no. But a lot of pasta doesn't. It's just like wheat. A lot of pastas don't have eggs. Like if you get like the like luxurious ones, like the ones that are like Italian, like I'm true like true Italian, da 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 da, whatever. Like they put eggs like those certain brands, but it's pretty rare. Most pasta is definitely vegan. There are some brands and some like restaurants that do put egg, but it's rare. The victims, please. Well, if somebody has to be unalived for something that isn't necessary at a quarter of their life, right? So let's say it's a human. What would you call that? What are they? Are they not a victim? Right? Yeah, it's so easy to avoid. Like it's like the chances of you finding pasta that has egg in it is pretty rare. I like unless you're getting like literally egg noodles. But yeah. Oh, let me look at what do you think is the best way to get the message out so that people will change into vegans? Just do activism, Johnny. Sorry if I missed any of your messages and I keep forgetting to look at the YouTube chat. But just doing any form of activism. Do what activism you feel comfortable doing. Because everybody is going to resonate with somebody in a different way. You know, some people love vegan teachers, some people don't. Some people love Joey Carbstrong, some people don't. Some people love Earthling Ed, some don't. A lot of Tosh Peterson, unfortunately, is getting a lot of hate from a lot of non-vegan people, but I actually love her activism, you know? And even though I love people like Joey Carbstrong and Tosh Peterson who have a very aggressive approach, I know that me personally, I cannot do that type of activism because I'm just not equipped to do that. I like the more chill back and forth conversations. If you like animals, why do you take their food? If you care so much about the food, the plants that animals eat, you have to account for not only the animals you eat, but also not the plants that you eat, but also the plants that the animals you eat. You know what I'm saying? Aggressive approach. Mate, you should take a second to spell. This is about vegans. What are you saying? I don't understand what you said. There are vegans, you know, like Joey Carbstrong and Tosh Peterson, who are very aggressive, who are in your face. It's just how they are. And then there are people who are a little bit more chill and patient, like Earthling Ed, vegan teacher. You know, even though vegan teacher, she's very direct and honest. She doesn't, you know, it doesn't turn into like a debate or, you know, she's not yelling at you. So yeah, it's different. Depends on the person. You're the Joey type of vegan. I wish I had Joey type vegan friends, like in-person friends. Because I love Joey. He's amazing. He's definitely the one vegan that him and Earthling Ed have definitely... I watch a lot more Joey than Earthling Ed, but they're definitely the two that I watched when things really clicked for me. When I really was like, damn, I'm plant-based. I'm not vegan. She's definitely like Joey. Hey, that's good. We need people like that, so... Meat is life. I'm sure you eat vegetables, right? Hold on. I know your favorite food. Oh, yeah. Thank you for muting him. I feel like it definitely something troll was coming around. Max Olson says, "How are you doing today?" I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I think I had a pretty good interaction with people. Yeah. I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm supposed to be going back to work. I keep saying that. But, you know, my job is pretty chill at the moment, so. You love cow meat? Man, you should think about the what the cow goes through. Maybe watch some footage to see what happens to them. Maybe that might change your mind. Is your favorite food pizza? Yeah. Hell yeah. Vegan pizza all day. All day, every day. I can have pizza for literally every day if I could. But my partner doesn't like pizza, so I don't buy it that much. I think I picked the wrong girl. Am I right? No, I'm just kidding. Vegans are so poisonous for the normal people. How are we poisonous? How is asking for people to to consider what the animals go through, maybe put some consideration into it over the fact that they're just a sandwich for you? How is us asking people to perform an inaction, meaning not doing something, not paying for animal products, how is that poisonous? I don't understand. What did Thomas say? I've seen what they go through, and they're, yeah, it's not. I don't know what you're watching. You should watch Dominion. Definitely not fast and easy. Definitely not. And it's pretty messed up. How do you make vegan pizza? Well, you make dough like you would any dough, you know, and then you just put tomato sauce with some vegan cheese on top. Easy peasy. Do I know any good vegan ice creams? I actually like, it depends what you like. Like there's like coconut based, there's oat based. Are there any other based like ice cream bases? I think it's usually just oat or coconut, but you know, some people don't like the taste of coconut. I actually really like Oatly's, the brand Oatly. They make a lot of, So Delicious and Oatly. Yeah, cashew. You're right. Oatly and So Delicious are probably my two favorite. But really, anything that's vegan that has like salted caramel is I'm game. Salted caramel, peanut butter, Oreo. Yeah, those are like my favorite flavors. But yeah, So Delicious is pretty good, and Oatly is pretty good. As long as it has salted caramel, I'm game. Do you know that the Lord? Oh God, Jesus. If God, the only thing I'll say about this, because I can't do the religious conversation, I just don't enjoy it. The only thing I'll say about this, Thomas, is that if God or the Lord, as you said, put animals here for us to hunt and eat, then why did the Lord give them the capacity to feel pain? If it was for us to hunt and eat, why wouldn't they just sit there and say, yeah, bro, here, you can cut me and I'm not going to feel anything? So I don't know. Yeah, the Garden of Eden was vegan. Yeah. But I really don't want to talk about religion. I've never been a religious person. It's never been something that's spoken to me. It's like, just don't. I feel like sometimes it's just going to always boil down to, but God spoke to me in a dream and told me if I, pray and blah, 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 whatever. It's the same way like some people start talking about crystals and that they rub crystals against their, I don't know, coochie, and they say, oh, the stones were telling me that I need to eat meat. Like, okay, bro. Like at that point, we're not operating in the same reality, so we can't have a conversation. You should have a conversation with a vegan that is religious, No, you're fine, Thomas. It's just like, you gotta understand that you're not the first person that comes in here with that conversation, with that sort of comment, So it's oftentimes it starts there, and we kind of know where it's gonna go because of how many times we interact with that sort of comment, and oftentimes it just ends up, once you get through everything, it's just at the end, it's like, well, God told me that He spoke to me. So if you're operating, not you, Thomas, directly, but when I have conversations with people that are religious, it's like, if you're going to use it as like God, this person of thing, whatever, spoke to you in your mind that you should do it, then we can't have a conversation. Because I don't, we're not in the same playing field, But yeah, you should watch Christspiracy. Thanks for bringing that up, Jolene. You should watch Christspiracy, Thomas. It's definitely an interesting thing to consider. You're not trying to convince you to not be religious. I'm not saying that it's gonna turn you against your religion, but you should give it a watch. You might learn a couple things about Christianity, right? I think Jolene, is it mostly about Christianity? I should watch it. I just don't watch the documentaries really, unless it's about like nutrition. Just because I'm big into nutrition and working out. I don't feel like I need to be further convinced to be vegan, but I definitely should give it a watch. So it is about Christianity? Okay. What is a WinF? What is that? Winf? What is that? I don't know. Yeah, I heard you the first time, Buckley. What do you want me to do? Congratulations. I'm sorry that you're... What kind of a farmer are you? You should consider farming plants. Or oats. I don't know. Yeah, or do veganic farming like Ben does. Ben, you're going to have to like invite people out to visit your farm. We should have like a trip, like a group trip, and all meet up on your farm and spend some time with the animals. That would be dope. I'd be down for it 100%. And you need to send me your website, or I'll go to your page and send it. I want to donate. Out of curiosity, how do you maintain muscle strength as a vegan? Because meat is a huge part of muscle. No, the protein is, right? Protein is a huge part of building muscle. Protein and building at least having a caloric surplus, right? So you just make sure you get enough protein if you're trying to build muscle. Because remember, protein, I think people always get mixed up in thinking that like it's just protein, but you know, protein is a culmination of a different amino acids. So you just have to look at where you can get those amino acids from. But to simplify it, there's a lot of plant-based foods that have protein, if not more protein. Seitan has a huge amount of protein. It's just pure protein. And you could buy seitan at the grocery store, you know? So I would just say, if you're trying to build muscle on a plant-based diet, if you're not a bodybuilder, right? I'm a bodybuilder, right? So typically the general consensus is like anywhere from 1 to 1.4 grams of protein per body weight. If you're not a bodybuilder, if you're just a regular person doing regular activities, you're not sedentary, you move around a little bit generally, right? You only need, I think it's like less than 0.8. I think it's even less than that. 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So it's really easy to get your daily recommended protein intake. Oh, you were trying to pin the comment to show somebody something they didn't say. That's fine. It's fine. I'm still trying to understand I'm tech savvy, so I understand pinning comments and moderation and muting people. It's just being a streamer, navigating that and paying attention. So forgive me if I miss anything, but it's fine. As long as nothing is done, no muting, no pinning is done maliciously, we can all be civil. I know I really don't want to do that, but I know some of us don't get along with each other, but it's okay. Like I respect everybody here. So yeah, as long as nothing is being done maliciously, we're all good. Somebody was saying they didn't say something, so that's why it was pinned. Yeah. Hopefully they saw it. Sorry, Thomas has been engaging with me in a pretty good conversation. So would take longer to get muscle without the lack of big amounts of protein in meat? No, not at all. I know it's anecdotal, but I can only give you my anecdotal experience. I will say no, it's not. You can still, if you're getting the same amount of protein from a plant-based diet and a vegan diet, it really doesn't matter. You're still getting, animal-based diet, you're still getting protein. But from my experience, as a vegan, I went from 100, before I was vegan, I was 130, and then I went up to 160 pounds. But on a plant-based diet, I went from 160 pounds to 200 pounds bulk. And I'm not saying I was fat. This was a muscle, like I built a lot of muscle on a plant-based diet, and it took me about a year, maybe a little bit longer. It was a 1 year bulk because I wanted to hit 200 pounds. So 40 pounds in a year is a lot, but no, you definitely can build muscle on a plant-based diet. So I went from, in my overall fitness journey, 130 pounds to 200. And, I've since cut my weight down. And now I'm at about 185 pounds. So yeah, no, definitely not an issue. It just takes a little bit of education and a little bit of learning. Yes, I am vegan. Thanks, Goliath. Yeah. I think I'm pretty patient, but there are occasionally people in here that they're just not having a genuine conversation. So it does start to drift a little bit. Let me look at the YouTubes real quick. When I was vegetarian, I also liked pizza, but with ridiculous amounts of cheese. Yeah, Martin. Same. Pizza was one of the hardest things for me to let go. But Now I could care less. Like pizza is pizza, man. Shit tastes so good. I just eat pizza all day, every day. Yeah, now I want a pizza. Maybe I'll have a pizza for dinner. Maybe I'll order a pizza. Um, Not enough protein in pizza. Yeah, you can get some pro. You can get some pizza with like the pizzeria I get from. They have like a Philly cheesesteak pizza, which is pretty good. It's got mushrooms and meat, mock meats on it. Like I think they use. I think they make it in house. I don't think they use Beyond Meat. I think they make it in house. Soy based meat. Let me see. It's really good for being on a plant based diet, but I thought you had to consume meat for protein. No, Thomas. No, 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 not at all. No, no, no. I think that's the common misconception people have. They think that protein comes from meat, and no. The reason why meat has protein in it is because of what the animal is eating. So if the cows they have protein in their body, they're getting it from somewhere, right? Just like you have protein in your body. And if cows and chickens and pigs are herbivores and they're eating plants, how are they getting protein? It's because there's protein in plants. So you should check it out. You should definitely look into it. It's definitely not hard to get protein on a plant-based diet. The only thing where it starts to diverge into not really being hard is if I would say you're a power lifter or you're like bulking and you're say you're a bodybuilder, because powerlifters they're trying to consume an absurd amount of protein because they're trying to build a lot of strength. They're not really caring about their physique or their size. Then when you get into like powerlifting where you're burning an extreme amount of calories, then that's where people maybe they'll start considering protein shakes. But anybody does that. Even on an animal-based diet, people will start to consume protein shakes to make sure that they're in an excess amount of protein to build muscle. What kind of bollocks have you heard? Please share. You got to be specific. You can't just say, "Oh, this is all bullshit," and not specify what I said is bullshit. Yeah, don't spam. What's your favorite vegetable or fruit? My favorite fruit, I like grapes. I like golden kiwis. I eat a lot of grapes. Banana is pretty good on like rice cakes with peanut butter. I do eat that a lot too. Vegetable, probably cauliflower, just because it's like you do like cauliflower wings are pretty fucking delicious. But like just a vegetable like with salt and pepper, broccoli's pretty good too. I can't think of a favorite vegetable. They're all good, but I put them in all my food for the most part. Oh, sweet potatoes are pretty good. Yeah, I do love me some sweet potatoes actually. I'm a big power lifter and I've been eating a lot of meat to maintain my muscle. Yeah, you don't have to, dude. For real. You should look up vegan bodybuilders. The thing is, like, I've been doing it for so long that I don't follow them too often. But Sminnet Nutrition. Let me look him up. He's a big vegan. Oh, and there's the guy that was in. Hey, Thomas, you should watch. What is the twin conspiracy? There's a documentary called "You Are What You Eat." And in that, the guy who led it was vegan. He's not led it, but he was the guy who was in charge. What they did was they took Tori Washington's a great vegan bodybuilder. Thank you. But Thomas, so You Are What You Eat is a documentary. What they did was they took twins. They took about, I think, 4 of them. And they had one on a regular diet and one on a strict plant-based diet. And they tried to see who would, they tracked their health, not just on weight and not just on muscle. They did a really in-depth thing of like bone structure and bone loss and their BMI, all these things that I'm not aware of. Anyways, but they did that to show that what the differences in them, and you should watch that documentary. Yeah. The guy who was in charge of the plant-based diets, he's a huge vegan bodybuilder, but I don't know his name off the top of my head. I've been doing it for so long that I don't really keep track. It's not like I'm not really seeking vegan bodybuilding advice. I just follow bodybuilders because it's the same shit. It's just how you do it. Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah, it is. But you know, you should look into some other vegan bodybuilders, and see that yeah, they're not having any issues at all. If I was more of like a public face, I would be willing to share my fitness progress, but I'm not ready for that right now. But yeah, it's definitely, you can definitely build muscle on a plant-based diet. I've had no issues over the past 6 years. I've just been lazy lately. I'm getting old. You know, I got a son, my partner has a daughter, work is busy, so things have kind of slowed down for me. But I'm definitely gonna kick it back up this year, just because I want to show people. I have to, I have to represent. You know, but yeah, it's definitely possible. And even some of the bigger guys, like I like to really watch. What is their name? Let me switch my YouTube accounts. I'll give you a name real quick, Thomas. He's not vegan, but his name is. Where is he? Renaissance periodization. If you're looking, you said you're a bodybuilder, so I'm willing to share, you know, some of the guys that I like to get my fitness advice from. But his name is on YouTube is Renaissance Periodization. Yeah, I just posted it below your comment. But even he's like a fitness exercise scientist. Even he has done videos in the past talking about, yeah, you can build muscle off a plant-based diet. So yeah, you know, you should just look at the people that you trust, look at the people that are really educated on the matter, and don't always rely on influencers. You know, they're gonna push a narrative. I say that about both sides. They're gonna push some bullshit narrative about things. You should only trust, you know, like certified nutritionists and dietitians and some. You can look at a lot of the food scientists out there, but you know, just be careful what you look into. But I'd really trust Renaissance Periodization. He's a very credited exercise scientist. He's not vegan, but he's talked about vegan diet. So yeah, buying meat is expensive. Plants are cheap as fuck. You know, as cheap as you want it to be. You can sit there and buy mock meats, but plant rice and beans is cheap. Seitan, if you make your own seitan at home, or you can buy it, like the base flavor. What am I looking for? Unflavored, unseasoned seitan is really cheap too. But if you're trying to if you're making your own, which is actually really easy to do, it's just yeah, I'm too lazy to make too, but sometimes, you know, sometimes I'll do it if I'm feeling like I want to try a new recipe. But if you buy the Vital Wheat gluten, which is like the powder, it's just the gluten part of dough, but it comes in powdered form like a flour. You can mix that with like a veggie broth and even chickpea flour. If you want more protein, and you just mix that together like a dough, and you boil it, and then you cook it on the stove. That shit is nothing but protein, pure protein. Just be careful if you're one of the people that have like celiac disease and you're allergic to gluten, but that's pretty rare. I'm sure if you're allergic to gluten and I tell you to go buy Vital Wheat gluten, you would know that you can't eat it. Lemon pepper shrimp versus goblin fight. I don't know if that's a genuine question. I don't know if you're talking about something else. Favorite thing to drink? Water. I just drink water. I'm boring. If you ask me what my favorite thing to drink that's not water, and it's like a splurge, I don't really drink tea. I like it's called horchata with a H, horchata. It's I'm not gonna say which Hispanic culture claims it, but I'm not sure if it's Cuban or Puerto Rican. But it's like milk, but obviously oat milk or soy milk, with like vanilla and cinnamon and they usually use rice milk. Excuse me, rice milk, with like cinnamon and nutmeg. It's Mexican. Yeah, it's hard because like everybody sells it. Like you can get it at a Mexican restaurant, you can get it at a Cuban restaurant, Dominican restaurant, you can get it anywhere. So yeah, that's probably like my like go-to drink if I'm feeling frisky, you know. Hold on, denomination. We have 5. We have fast days, which are pretty much vegan. I mean, that's pretty much plant-based, is what you would say, right? You can't just like opt in occasionally to be vegan. You can't say, oh, you know what? Today I'm gonna not pay for the exploitation of an animal, but tomorrow I will. That's not vegan. That's plant-based. Yeah, you should watch Christspiracy. I've never understood the reason for. I understand the overall reason of fasting, giving something up for Lent or whatever as a sacrifice. But if you, is my opinion, and it's just really random. I'm just thinking about it right now. If you did it out of respect for, I don't know, your God or whatever, for a couple days, wouldn't the better thing to do is to give it up completely? Yeah, I get it. It's fine, Jamie. That's fine. I get what you mean. I just wanted to clarify on that. And what's up, Debs? I saw you creep in. I keep saying I'm gonna end the live, but it's Jesus. Speaking of Jesus, let me see. Martin says that horchata is from Valencia in Spain, or they say Valencia. Yeah, I went to Spain once. It was beautiful. It was pretty amazing. It was very serene. Mel and Steve. Yeah, I love Mel and Steve. Yeah, they're great. I found them through watching Joey Carbstrong. I think they interacted with him on at Vegan Campout, and I'm like, oh, let me follow more people. They're amazing. Hopefully they ever, if they ever see this live, that'd be awesome. I would love to meet some of my vegan activists. Or celebrities, I guess. Mel and Steve. Yeah, Mel and Steve are awesome. Yeah, I love them. I really like Mel and Steve, Hench Herbivore and his wife, Gemma, and Joey Carbstrong, Earthling Ed, Tosh Peterson, Gary Yourofsky. Can you eat cottage cheese? No, because it's not that I can't eat, it's that I won't. There's a little bit of a difference, and it's an important difference. Because by saying like I can't eat, it sounds like a restriction. But saying I won't eat sounds like something different. But no, it's like the cheese that comes from the cows is still exploiting them. You should watch the Cowspiracy and see what dairy cows go through. Yeah, I love Hench. I saw a video. I joined their like. I really don't use it, but I joined their like I bought one of their things, their plans, and he released a video. I think it was only to his like Patreons, or maybe I'm wrong, but he released a video and it was like the moment I decided to go vegan, because I think Hench was vegan before, or sorry, his wife was vegan, or partner. I don't know if I think they recently got married. Anyways, I think Gemma was vegan first. Anyways, and it was a video of them doing a nutrition class, like a nutrition educational video on nutrition, and she opened up and talked about some of her personal things and dealing with the S word, unaliving word, and he broke down crying, and I don't know, I felt so bad for him, because if my partner was in that situation too and she had that sort of revelation, it would make me wonder. It would at least make me wonder, like, holy shit, maybe this is really important to her, You haven't had cottage cheese since your grandmother passed away? Good. Hopefully that continues. Because I swear you're almost vegan, Panhandler. I don't know what's taking you so long. Somebody hasn't said... I feel like you're just waiting for that one person to just say something, and it's all going to click for you. Oh yeah, that Chip guy. It's so funny that so many people recommend him. I randomly found him, and I remember him being at least maybe when I found him at the moment, he was relatively small, but so many people know him. He does a lot of lives, right? He goes out in public and has like live streams. I haven't watched his stuff that often because I have separate channels for my vegan, for vegan perspective, and then my personal one. Even though on my personal one I do follow activists, and I think I never followed him on my personal account, so I don't see him. But I need to watch some of his videos. I think he did interact with one of the videos I posted, and I think it was like the alien, if aliens came to Earth concept trailer, and he liked it, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, no, thank you, Jackson. Thank you for that. Yeah, yeah. I like learning of other people's opinions, but if there's no guest today, then I'll be off. Yeah, Jamie, it's just not something that I've really liked doing. I know people they have something they want to say, but I'm more than willing to interact with your conversation, like your comments in the comment section, and we can have a conversation. I know the TikTok thing is really annoying because you can only put so many letters, but you know, I still appreciate you genuinely wanting to have a conversation, and you're more than welcome to come back. So, you know, you can always follow me. I go live every weekday. So yeah, yeah, definitely. Soma. Okay, you blocked me. My feelings are hurt. I guess we'll block this account too. Keep them coming. I don't know who you are or what you did, but um, I'm blocked this one too. Yeah. His channel is big. That's awesome. Man, I would love to um, interact with some of these people. Jamie Logan, and what's his name? Tash Peterson, David, what is it? Briggs? I'm drawing a blank. I've interacted with David. He reached out to me and said there's like a private WhatsApp a group that he was starting, and I joined it. I think that Chip guy and Jamie Logan and Tash Peterson and her partner are in there. But yeah, it's so many people that it's hard to get time with them, you know. I just want to be big enough to where I can influence a lot of people to just go vegan, like, right? That's the only real hope. Um, but I don't know if that's eventually it'll get there. Your favorite vegetable? I don't know. Cauliflower. I think this is a good time to David Rams. Thank you, Martin. Yes, David Rams. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He reached out to me. I did my own commentary on one of his videos and gave like my take on it, and I guess that was enough to convince him. Oh yeah, this guy's vegan, seems pretty good, head on his shoulders, and invited me to like a private WhatsApp, and there was like a private link to get more training on how to um, improve your outreach on social media. So that was pretty cool. Danny Isha. I'm gonna have to save these names. Well, I'm subscribed to that Chip guy. I'm gonna have to check out. Oh wait, Danny, I know who he is. Isn't he lifting vegan logic? That's his real name, right? Danny. I follow him. I'm pretty sure that's who you're talking about. Banana Man. Oh wait, man. Why would you say meat in a vegan live? It's fine, Jackson. Like it's just the way that we have to navigate the world. It's not a big deal. It doesn't bother me. Like the occasional stupid ass comment here and there is just normal. There's another you in here. There's two Jamie Floyds. You love Gordon Ramsay's beef Wellington? Well, he did make a cauliflower steak. You should try that instead. Yeah, lifting vegan logic. I figured that was him. Yeah, yeah. I follow him on TikTok and Instagram. But this has gone on for way too long. I need to eat lunch, and I'm gonna get back to work. But yeah, I mean, do you think am I acting like the vegan teacher? What do you think? I feel like I'm being pretty genuine, pretty chill, answering people's questions. Ah, well, if you like the vegan teacher, you're more than welcome to stay and ask any questions. Yeah, they always say the vegan teacher. And if you don't like her, the great thing is that you have the ability to swipe away in a different direction. So that's kind of cool. I like how Debs just chimes in randomly at the one stupid comment. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. So I guess I'm gonna end it here. I'm starving. Really gonna end it here. So I'm just gonna say some thanks. Thanks to Mr. Mank for finding my channel. Thanks to Martin. You've been expressing that you wanted to be a part of my lives more, and now here we are, and you're here. That's awesome. Nika is not here, but she definitely was like supporting, and that's pretty. I appreciate that. Mel, thank you so much for being nice and for muting the people and being attractive in the chat. And your daughter Jolene, you guys are amazing. Thank you for sharing your names with me, and being so welcoming. Jackson, I appreciate you being here. I know that you're not vegan, but it seems like you're interested in learning more, and that's dope. That's the only reason why these lives exist, or why I'm doing these lives. So I appreciate that. And then a bunch of other people that were like not vegan, but we're kind of hanging out asking questions. So that's dope. If you want more of this, just give me a follow. I'm gonna do these for sure Monday through Friday, but maybe I'll extend it into the weekend. It depends. I think my girlfriend's gonna have an issue with that. So if she does, then I probably won't. But sometimes she's busy with her daughter and they're kind of doing stuff. So if that happens, I'll just randomly pop up a live or something. But all I leave you with is, if you're on TikTok, Martin and Mank, I know you're not on TikTok, but if you are, or you ever venture off, every day at 6 p.m. Eastern, every day, 6 p.m. Eastern, Not Your Mom, Not Your Milk, and Ingrid go live. And I just say that to everybody so that if you are looking for more content, you have like a daily schedule there of people that go live on TikTok at 6 p.m. Eastern. So do the math wherever you are. I'm not sure where you guys are, but if you're looking for more places to interact, TikTok is a great place to find other activists that are constantly making content and constantly having conversations with non-vegans. So check them out. They go live in about 2 hours here. So check them out. And then for everybody else, thank you for coming by and thank you for chatting with me. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the love. I will talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye.